Start the old recording. Yay, I think we're picking up. Okay. Well, welcome.
Recording. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're good. No, thank you. Actually, it's recording.
Testing. 1, 2,
Sipowitz. Sipowitz. Anyway,
3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
5, 6, 7, 8. Try to keep your thumb straight.
Holy smokes, holy
Hey,
cow. Let's start right now.
that's a new one.
You guys have never heard that one?
no, I've never gone past keep your thumb straight. My world has just expanded.
Learn something new every day.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, welcome back, guys. 12th session. This is fantastic. Love it. Many, many more to go. Last session, you guys departed from Cragmaw Castle, and were making your way back towards Phandelver. It was a shorter session because of my tartiness and failure to plan appropriately. You guys ran into a band or a company, however you want to call it, of hobgoblins and wolves. Sildar, having been the badass he was in the castle, decided not to partake in the fight and is pretty much made it his primary mission to protect Gundren, at least until we get back to Phandelver. The four of you take charge and begin to engage the hobgoblins. Leon, he gets surrounded, and he takes probably the worst beating he's had
Don't
since joining the group. Um,
to be more specific, okay? I threw myself in the line of fire to protect Myra because she fucked up.
I mean, semantics, but you know. So
Again, don't blame me, Myra. I made for really good content. It's just, come on.
God damn it, this short girl's doing all this fucking shit. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, you guys managed to win the battle in the end, with Leon just about going down, but you all rallied and defended each other. Um, Quellen goes, I believe it was Quellen who did it. He goes to take out the leader of the hobgoblins, but does keep him alive. And I believe you poisoned him, if I remember correctly. I have a
Put him to
couple.
sleep.
Put him to
I used
sleep.
the sleep spell.
Sleep spell. Thank you. And so we left our session there. Leon still prone, bleeding, but not dying.
Yeah, I'm at
And
15
then,
health points, so thanks to the lovely ladies.
yep. And then the hobgoblin currently asleep. We start today's session with Sildar and Gundren kind of catching up to you guys, and that's where we'll begin. Sildar rides up on his horse with Gundren behind him. Oh, good job, guys.
Yeah, we got him. Got him good.
Leon, you don't look so good.
Nah, to be honest, I think this is the best I've looked in years. Don't I look pretty to you? Give him a bloody smile from the ground.
He just kind of looks at you and just like, sure, sure you do.
Just kind of resting my head back.
Okay, so I tap Leon on the pat Leon on the shoulder, and then I'm gonna go move to the hobgoblin. He's asleep, right? Right to
He
here.
is currently asleep.
As Quillen is finishing tying him up.
All right, so guys, we should think of the questions that we want to ask him. I was thinking if he knows anything about the black spider, or how we find the black spider, or where he gets his orders. He's probably going to say Cragmaw Castle, but maybe since they were out here, they know something different.
I can
Side note,
tell you
you will have to make this
from
decision quickly. Sleep spell lasts 1 minute.
yeah, no,
Okay.
Leon just kind of like lifts a hand up, just kind of lazily. I can tell you one thing right now. They ain't Cragmaw goblins. Because
Okay,
they hurt.
All right, because I have something that I believe I can get the truth out of him. But it only lasts for 1 minute. So we have to be sure on our questioning.
I'll let you take the lead on this one, Myra. I'll have your back if it's necessary.
Who have a question, chime in. And Gundren, do you have anything that you want to ask, or Sildar?
Just kind of look at each other. No.
Okay. Adelia?
Dahlia just shakes her head.
Okay. Um, I'll wait for him to wake up and then I'll do what I'm gonna do.
Instead of waiting for him to wake up, I pull him up by the ropes and give him the hard slap across the face. Rise and shine, buddy boy.
Slap him. Oh, 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 and he's just like trying to struggle, realizing that he's tied up.
Stay down. It'll work better for you if you do.
What do you want?
Oh, we are just going to ask you a few questions because we want to know why you stole our companion and or why your companion stole our companion if you weren't a part of that. But so I'm gonna ask you, and I'm gonna be your friend, and I'm gonna charm person him at
Oh,
first level.
chew. All right, what's the say on that again?
It is wisdom 14.
Don't 14. You guys are very wise. Yeah, they don't even have a bonus. Here we go. That's a 10. No dice.
All right, so now he is charmed.
It's just like a
Did it-
temporary, just like a
yeah,
quick
it
like
lasts for 1 hour.
gloss. Yeah, there's like a quick gloss
Mhm.
over his eyes that goes away as you see the magic take effect. Oh, Lady Myra, it's good to see you.
It's so good to see you. Tell me your name again. You know me, my mind.
Of course. God, my name is shit. Garrick's fail.
His name is now shit.
His name is now
Shit.
Shit.
The shit.
It's shit, of course.
The shit. Oh, the shit. We we are in grave need of information that I think you have. Could you please tell us of any knowledge that you may of any knowledge of a man called the Black Spider or his whereabouts?
I don't you know? Didn't we meet there? Meet through him or something? Kind of looks around and he lays eyes on Gundren. What? What's he doing? He's supposed to be dead.
This one tried running away. We've just barely captured him.
Ah, Gundren, catching on to what you said, immediately tries to look like he's tied up, because he's really not. Sildar says, "Yeah, we're down back there, boy."
Yes, we caught him before he was able to fully escape, and we just were here talking to you now. So, can you tell me? I can't remember, my mind, I can't remember where the Black Spider is. I've
Well,
been trying to get a hold of him.
first, my question to you is why? Why are you with them? Why did you all just kill my entire company? The thing with charm person is they don't forget what just happened.
Right. Well, they we killed your entire company because there was a mix-up, of course, and not being the normal, looking like the Black Spider kind of people, we got in a fight and we weren't able I wasn't able to get to you fast enough.
Make a deception check, please.
I rolled a 2 plus 6, so 8.
8? Okay. Wow. Wow. I rolled a 9. Just beat you.
Oh.
His insight's +0, so he kind of looks at you and he's like, I'm sorry. I know we're friends, but I'm not telling you anything. I think you're a traitor.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say it's okay. It's okay. And I'm gonna cast detect thoughts.
Like it. Here.
And
Yeah, which you can do because charm person is not a concentration spell.
nope. And then so I'm gonna say again, where can we find the Black Spider and what is the information you know of him?
And like I said, I'm not telling you anything. Then you hear kind of, he's hiding in the. You should know this.
Wasn't it a cave of some sort? What was its name again? Was it the Lost Mine?
No, not the Lost Mine. Okay.
Okay. What was his goal again? What was his goals again? I'm trying to remember.
Oh, please. Go to a different spot to give.
I think you've melted his brain, Myra.
Nah.
Not yet.
Not quite. Not quite.
Well, his name is da shit, so
Duh, shit.
he didn't inherit the wisest of brains.
You should. I'm not telling you anything.
Okay, that's
In
fine.
his brain. So stop asking questions. And in his head, you hear, he's looking for that damn forge of spell.
And sorry, I'm writing as I'm doing it. And what does he want with the Forge of Spells again?
Did you cast some kind of spell on me? He asks because detect thoughts is a verbal, somatic, and material spell. So you would have had to actually say something, some kind of incantation.
Oh, okay.
He just didn't quite catch on at first.
All right. Well, I'm always casting.
Don't remember that, you hear.
Oh, you don't remember? You don't remember me always?
Get,
I'm.
get out of my head.
So he has
He
to,
tries
if he
to.
wants.
He tries to. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Am I maybe doing something wrong towards the spell?
Oh no, I think if he finds out. I was just reading. Mm,
Uh,
Once the detect,
so
once you detect the present. Nope, that's the wrong
yeah, I
place.
see what you're. So you initially learn the surface thoughts. As an action, you
I
can
want.
shift your attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper into the same creature's mind. If you probe deeper, the target must make a saving throw.
Yeah, I'd like to probe deeper right at this point.
Okay, so it'll be a Wisdom 14 save. And that's a 5. Get out of my... As you concentrate on your magic to... In the last... Detect Thoughts only lasts a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. With that whole conversation, I'd probably say a minute had passed, so you'd have to cast it again.
Oh, okay. Um,
These short-ass spells.
short ass spells. I think. Do you think that's all the information that we need from them? I asked Quillen.
I think this one's far outlived his usefulness, as I draw my short sword and hold it at his
What do you think, the shits?
Do what you have to do. You're a traitor.
Oh, I'm sorry, my love. And I
One
pat
last
his.
question, Dashit.
What would you like to know?
What were you and your men doing out here on the Tribor trip?
Got word that there might be an attack on the castle. So we were
Little late for
preparing.
that.
What?
Who gave you this word?
Black Spider. Of course.
And who gave the black spider this?
Don't know how his shit works.
I'm just asking.
He tries to
Sounds
scoot
like
away from the
spies.
sword. He tries again to break out.
I put my foot down and knock him down prone on his.
Ah! Ah! He's prone. Require any checks or anything?
Now, it sounds like there are spies giving information to this black spider. Do you know of any of these?
He's got a couple of drow companions. That's all I know. Tries to break out again. Just keep seeing him struggle.
We already met the one. That one's quite much, very much so deceased. Do you know of the other one or its location?
The other one's with him. That's all I know.
I take a quick scan of the rest of the group, looking at their eyes, seeing if there's any objection.
I wave forward, like, I'm good. I'm done.
Adelia's eyes just say, do it.
I will attempt to sink my blade into the hobgoblin's.
Sure. Just
Sorry.
what's up?
No, I was saying, stick it in his throat. I was being gruesome.
I think that he crawled away a little bit, so I'm just sticking whatever my blade's closest.
Did you roll an attack?
Is that with advantage?
Yeah.
It's going to be 20.
Oh yeah, you get him. He didn't move. He tries to move away. Oh no, no! And you just lean in.
And I do it real slow so it can feel.
Ah! 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 Ah!
Your family knows you're playing D&D, right?
I live alone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just me, dog, and cat.
Your dogs know you're playing D&D, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. They're just here. They're chilling. They don't care. My cat's literally on my chair, staring at me. Look at me. You ugly. I'm just kidding. You're adorable.
I'm sorry.
No. So, and he dies. You kind of get strange enjoyment out of it.
It's much easier killing these hobgoblins than it is killing humans.
So yeah, no. At that point, Leon's gonna take in a deep breath and kind of start making his way back on his feet.
I turn to Myra. So, Myra, what the hell was that back?
Huh? And I look up at him. What the hell was what?
What in Faerun were you thinking, charging headlong into a full squadron of hobgoblins? If not for Leon, you surely would have been.
I know. And I look down.
To be fair, if it wasn't for her doing that, he kind of like can't think of the word. He starts clapping. The thing with the boom.
My
That helped
my
out. That
thunder wave, yes.
yeah. So that helped out a lot. Thanks for that.
May not have been necessary had things gone a bit better. So again, what were you thinking? It's not a accusation. I'm just curious as to where your head was.
She starts fiddling with her hands. Honestly, I wasn't thinking much. I just wanted to see who was going to be in charge so I could get information. I really just I didn't really think about the consequences of my actions.
Ah, that's a problem that I am quite familiar with. But Myra, look, you and I.
And I look
We
up at him
have-
like all like through my eyelashes, like puppy dog eyes.
Oh no, Quellen, roll a Constitution check. Can you handle it?
Right, so I'm gonna have to roll over that now. So Myra, look, you and I, we have two allies here. One of which is likely the best archer west of the High Forest. The other, a tangled mass of muscle, steel, and well, now blood. When possible, we should do our best to make use of all of the advantages having such allies provides. Running headfirst into combat against a whole squadron of hobgoblins is hardly what I would consider a good use of tactics.
Right.
What
I
he said,
I
by
learned
the
from
way.
my mistakes, and I'm so sorry. And I'm so sorry, Leon, for you being
Oh,
hurt.
nah, it's not the first time. Probably not going to be the last. All that matters is, you okay? Ah. Oh, that hurts. As he kind of like puts his hands on his head, or like at hips, and he's kind of like trying his best to catch his breath.
Did we already loot the corpses?
No, I
Let's
don't
do
think so.
that.
Time to rifle through some pockets, boys.
Yeah, no, Leon's gonna kind of not like whatever would constitute being less than half HP, walk towards the horse to get it, so he has that ready. He just wants to lean on something.
Yeah, and I'm wanting to check the main hobgoblin guy first to see if there's any correspondence or anything, as well as any delicious. While I have quills fly overhead, looking for any unfriendly human.
As you make an investigation check.
That one was cocked. 19 plus whatever. 24.
Rifling through his body, you find, a couple gold pieces, nothing too much, like 2 or 3 gold pieces, 3 gold pieces. But you don't find any correspondence. His weapon, his stuff is there, not the greatest condition. He wasn't exactly a high-ranking individual within this organization or group or whatever you want to call it. So
You say
Does this
that,
one
but
have
each one.
like a ponytail of some kind, or like one of those annoying man?
yes, actually, they all have their own individual annoying ass man bun.
I'm going to cut off the man bun and keep it as a bit of a trophy. And I'm also going to take some of his blood and smear it on a nearby rock and shape of a. So that he can join his brethren, his Cragmaw brethren, in the afterlife.
Yeah, no. This is out of character, but you say that they were, you know, no different than the ones at the Cragmont Castle, but they hurt, man. They were so much better.
Yeah.
So I call bullshit that they were just. He wasn't just a. He was just a low-ranking member. Hell no.
Perhaps it was one of the elite squads of the Black Spot. Anyway, we continue looting all of the various corpses, wolves, and hobgoblins.
Yeah, no. Leon kind of like struggles a bit to get on the horse, but eventually he does.
So not much loot on these guys. You find about a grand total of 10 additional gold pieces. Um, Again, they have all of their weapons and such. A bunch of kind of tattered long swords. The wolves are just wolves; they don't have weapons. So, a couple of long bows, really tattered, not in the greatest condition, but nothing else of significance.
I'll make a note. Dahlia, you've been using a lot of your arrows. Any of these you can use?
She probably looks back, realizes that yes, she has been using a lot of arrows, like, oh yeah, that's a thing she needs. Rattles her slowly emptying quiver and goes,
You take a couple of those, and we can consider your quiver full again, if you will, because we haven't actually like full on been tracking that.
It's
no.
it's
And
it's it's a.
honestly, she probably wasn't getting too low because she bought 120 the last time.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
she
was
did.
good for a while. Well, now you have some
I
nice hobgoblin version arrows sitting in there with your more human crafted versions.
If we ever want to pin some goblin archers on some murders, she's your girl.
There you go. And from 300
Dark.
feet
I
away,
like
they'll
it.
never know. Yeah, no, Leon. Once
What time of
everything
day are
kind of
we
like
at now?
gets done, Leon will kind of like trot over to Myra. Your chariot awaits, man. As he reaches down to kind of help her up.
So you
I'll
guys, go ahead.
I'll accept his help and get up. Kind of. Sorry, but okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, you're
Sorry.
good. It's your game. He given that you guys left in the morning, from Cragmont Castle and with your horses, it's only about a half day's journey to Phandalin. And this entire event happened, I'd say probably just about, early afternoon. You'll still be able to, you'll be in town in the next couple of hours once you start back to traveling.
Yeah, and again, once we get about 2 miles out, stop. Stop.
How far out?
About like 2 miles out of Fen.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Well, let us continue. I'm sure that Gundren is anxious to get back to a comfort.
Yeah.
Agreed, says Gundren. All right. You guys aren't going to do anything else. You all hop onto your horses. You guys, everything going, gathered together, and you head back down the trail. No worse for wear, except for Leon. He could definitely use a nap. You guys head out to Phandalin.
So if I gave the reins to Myra, could a majority of this trip be considered a short rest for me?
I'm gonna say no because you're still traveling. Though you're not doing most of the work, it's still kind of a travel situation, which isn't a resting thing.
Just figured I'd ask.
Nope. Good question. So you guys head out. Hour and a half, 2 hours goes by, and then you guys can start to see Phandalin. You're probably about 4 or 5 miles out.
Leon will kind of like speed on ahead and kind of like park in front of everyone, kind of like giving like a slow down gesture.
So you and Myra are doing this. Myra, who's controlling the reins.
Yeah, no. Guys, before we go in, I had a thought.
What is it now, Leon?
Nah, it's just a thought. I mean, like, we know they're after Gundren. We know they're after the map, right? This Black Spider. I'm wondering if maybe it'd be best to hide Gundren and hide the map.
Does anyone else other than the Black Spider and the Rockseeker brothers and now us possibly know that the Wave Echo Cave has been found?
Gundren
I
pipes
don't
up.
think
No, no one else would know unless they were in cohorts with the Black Spider.
that's just it. You know, we don't know who's in cohorts. You know, it could be anyone in town waiting to say, "Hey, there's Gundren. We found him. Let's get him." You understand what I mean? I mean, what I'm thinking is maybe we can use the old Red Brand hideout. We know where there's a secret entrance. We can circle around Phandalin, get Gundren in the wiser.
Sildar, he looks at you. It's a good idea, Leon. He's already planning on it. I do
Well,
not intend to join you at Wave Echo Cave. I will be keeping Gundren safe.
I mean, I was gonna say at least one of us, and I think, on us. But yeah, but I think that's something we should consider.
It's not a bad idea. At least allow us a chance to canvass the town, see if anyone else raises any suspicions, and if someone is actively looking for Gundren and his map, we don't want to invite unnecessary attacks on our new frontier home.
So I think that's best. And if anyone asks, what do we tell them? Just we went to Cragmaw Castle and we didn't find nothing.
We can't trust anyone. That other drow is probably also a doppelganger, and they can wear anyone's face.
So yeah,
Astute point, Adelia. The hobgoblin didn't even know that the drow was a doppelganger, so if he can fool members of his own militia, then surely he can attempt to fool us as well.
We should also probably make up a password to know that we're not doppelgangers.
that. Oh, that's easy. We have this, and he pulls out the charm that Adelia card for. Doppelganger or not, I don't think they'd be able to copy this.
Unless they kill one of us and steal it. I would say
Strong.
what we know is better than what we have. Speaking of, how do we know Gundren isn't a doppelganger now?
I assure you I'm not a doppelganger.
That's exactly what a doppelganger would say.
He was too hurt to hold the form. If he was a doppelganger, he wouldn't have been able to hide it.
True, I did notice that when we smacked that drow, it did lose it.
But he could be faking it. I say underneath my breath.
I messaged Myra. Well, I guess we could always stab him until he's almost dead.
Let's ask him a question instead.
Gundren, you have how many?
What was the question you cut out?
Gundren, you have how many brothers?
2 brothers.
Nah, that's easy. Let's try something a little bit more specific.
Gundren, what is my last name?
Oh shit.
Oh shit, indeed. Jesus. Oh, my messages.
It's on my my background.
Yep. It's Larkin.
I believe him. I believe that's really Gundren.
Well, just for final clarification, let's see. Good one. Why'd you pick us individually?
You each had your own
You had a
unique set of talents that I thought would be useful in helping me on this venture. I also figured you all wouldn't mind a little bit of money once everything is set up.
well.
Not my place to tell each of you all your backstories. I mean, I don't know what you've all shared with each other, and we all know each other in our own way.
Given the fact that Myra trusts him, and given the fact that Myra, trusting us, didn't share that information with us, I trust him as well.
Either way, first things first. I think we start circling around the town then. Now.
Well, let's not just stand around like idiots so anyone could spot us out here.
Sooner the better. And we'll start going off the path.
Okay.
And go for like a wide circle around Phandelver so we can make our way to secret passage.
Okay. So you guys make your way around. You're still, like I said, you were about 4 or 5 miles out, so takes you a good an hour. Takes you a good hour to kind of do that wide berth or whatever of uh the town, and you guys manage to successfully find a small patch of wood right by the hill of where the manor is, and you guys manage to make your way into that wood, find secret engines with no issue, as you do remember. Looks like.
Guess we'd
The smell of these corpses, it's unbearable.
yeah, at least it ain't inside. Made sure of that myself.
Well, it's a good deterrent.
Solar,
So,
he kind of goes up. You guys keep an eye on him. I'm gonna head over to the town master's hall.
all right then. Remember, we never found Gundren.
I know. Be back in just a moment. And he heads off.
Well, Gundren, home sweet home. It's just 100 feet this way.
Not sure I'd call it home sweet home. I could use a
Well,
mug of ale, that's for sure.
well, I think they still had some in here when we cleared it out. You
At the very
gentlemen
least,
may
we
have.
found some drunken idiots playing cards in one of the rooms. I imagine they were getting their ale from.
And there's a vacant room with a bed.
Show me where I'll be staying and see what up.
I'd lead him over to
Are we sure?
Glassstaff's room.
Are we sure this place is safe enough?
Well, now that you bring it up, let's go ahead and see and take a look. Adelia, Myra, you want to stay here with Gundren real quick? Gwellen, me and you go and take a look.
Sure, I'll stay with Gundren.
Quillen would have already been walking down the cave.
All right, well, dang, I
Leon
guess.
should stay. You're still not recovered. I'll go.
All right, I won't fight it.
Let the scouts do the scouting, Leon.
Scouts. All right, well, you do what you do. I'll be here. And he stays behind.
After you, my lady.
Adelia marches forward.
Marches forward.
As soon as they're a little bit away, Leon looks to Myra and he kind of like gives a mocking "my lady" to Quellen when he's out of earshot.
Myra smiles a bit and just kind of like, okay, you two are funny.
You guys head inside. You see that familiar sight of the hideout where you guys ran into the Nothic. And not much has changed. It's not been very long. Some of the torches have gone out because they haven't been tended to. But initially, you don't see anything in the first area.
No fresh tracks or anything.
No fresh tracks or anything like that.
I head down towards Glassstaff's workshop.
Okay, you make your way down. Some areas, I'll move you guys over. I think I shut it all off, so you should be able to see everything. Are you seeing everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to check the room to the left of the bottom of the stairs with the 4 beds in it. Just clearing it out, CIA, FBI style. And then I would make my
SWAT.
way into the room. Yeah, SWAT team. Thank you. I couldn't think of it. Then I'll check out the room with the drunken guys, and then eventually make my way over to the workshop and Glassstaff's quarters, just kind of clearing each room.
Yeah, you managed to go through it daily. Are you following him, or do you just kind of watch the entrance?
She's following to watch his back.
Fair enough. You guys make it through. No checks here, guys. It's empty. Nobody was really using this place other than the red brands. And you check the bedrooms. It's you can tell that there was a battle there earlier. There's still dried blood all over the place. The bodies have all been cleaned up because Leon took care of that. He's got this weird thing about doing that. And yeah, the place is empty, quiet.
I would like to prestidigitation the bed and like make the bed and kind of
You're outside
be.
right now, aren't you?
Oh, I'm outside.
Yeah. Did you
Oh,
go
I
in
thought
with
we went to. I thought we were already in the. Sorry, my bad. I thought we were already in.
No, no, you're good.
Okay. Quiet.
Okay. Yeah, so nothing going on here, guys. Adelia.
As we hit the workshop and kind of peer in the glass ass room and see that it's empty, I'm going to go over to the workshop work table and start looking around at the various equipment, kind of assessing things.
Sure.
Sure. And I assume Adelia kind of backing me up is getting annoyed that I'm taking.
She is surprisingly patient.
Okay, so just after looking around, seeing if there's any what I'm looking for, I'm looking to see if there's any books or anything on alchemy or tinctures and potions that.
Make an investigation check for me.
16.
Kind of thumb through the books. Nothing of particular interest catches your mind. Not stuff that you don't already know from your experiences in alchemy and herbalism and that realm of craftsmanship. So you don't find anything that's, you know, holy shit, super dope awesomeness.
All right, so looking around the table and everything, it seems to be basically a full kind of like alchemy kind of crafting potions kind of.
Yep. Upon inspection, you can tell you see plenty of things like beakers and things like that that you recognize from your own alchemy kit that you carry on you. And you see some things from what you know would be an herbalism kit, not something that you're as used to seeing, but you're familiar enough with it. This definitely looks like a spot where you could make potions, you could make tonics, tinctures, poisons, things like that.
This area might prove useful in my future work. Let us continue on clearing the rest of the hide.
As you continue throughout
Sorry, I was gonna say, as silent as always, she's just following.
it's creepy stalking, thinking about that river time, you know.
No! God, no, she's more meandering because she hasn't heard or seen anything that suggests danger.
So you guys make your way throughout the rest of the cavern, the hideout rather. And again, other than the signs of the battle that took place when you guys came through here, uh, really, it's empty. It's empty. It's quiet. It's kind of oddly peaceful.
Once we get to the back to the Nothic cave at the entrance of the cavern leading out to the secret entrance, it's only about 100 feet or so, I think you said. So I'm just going to go ahead and send a message to Myra. Place is clear. You guys can head on in.
Are you sure you're ready for us?
It's clear. So
I know. I just wanted to make you do more messages. Okay. It's clear, guys. Let's go in, I say to the rest of the guys.
and then I turned to Adelia. She said she asked if we needed more time. Do we need more?
She just tilts her head, like, confused, like, no.
Hmm. All right.
All right, so Leon leads the way in.
Guys come through the 100 feet out of the forest into the cave. You guys make it up. You see the familiar cavern. Again, some of the lanterns, not lanterns, but like torches and lights on the walls have started to go out because no one's there to tend them and renew them and things like that. But for the most part, you can still see guys are hideout.
Yep. As a note, all three of the horses be tied up outside of right at, like a little bit inside the entrance. Somewhere we can hitch them.
I got you.
And yeah, no, we'll take Gundren through the path I remember, through the card table room into the study and whatnot.
All right. Are you guys taking him to Glassstaff's room or the bedroom with 4 beds?
The glass staff's room.
Okay, you make your way through. You guys go through the kitchen where you found that the guys drinking and playing games, and Gundren, he kind of spots what looks like a barrel of ale. He's like, "Oh, is there any way any of you can give me some of that? Oh, I need a drink."
Uh, yeah, hold on. So I kind of looking around, looking. Is there any like unused cups of tankards or anything like that somewhere around? Because I know there's some on the table,
I'm sorry,
used.
what was the question?
Are there any unused tankards or cups that I could?
Oh yeah, for sure. There's a couple of them. It started to gather just a very fine line of dust, like nothing too crazy.
Yeah, no, I'll grab one. I'll kind of like give it a quick, beat a blow. Just kind of like get as much dust off on it. Kind of use the.
Myra, could you quickly clean up this mug for?
Oh yeah, that's right. You can do
Oh
that.
yeah. I'll prestidigitation the grossness out of here.
Are you gonna take away Droop's painting? Because that's where it was in this
Yep.
room he did it.
Yep, we're right here, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll clean the table and make it look all nice and shiny. I'll like
Thank you.
take a minute to actually clean up like the kitchen area and stuff.
He's like, "Thank you,
Yeah.
appreciate it." He sits down,
Yeah.
just or starts drinking.
Maybe we should get some water into you, more than the ale. And I'm
Time
gonna
for
look for
water in
some
the
water.
morning. He keeps drinking.
I'm sorry. Did you just suggest a dwarf gets water?
I did suggest a
Kind of
dwarf
looks
gets
at you
water.
and he's just like, "You don't spend too much time around dwarves, do you?"
No, you're one of the few I've known. So, I mean, I've met a couple and and she just starts rambling, trying not to make herself look foolish, but she does.
And he just laughs.
Even though she has
He's
a
got
high charisma, I don't.
he's got a
Never
happy
mind.
smile on his face, like just messing with you.
Gundren, I don't know how long you're going to be stationed out here. We're going to do some investigating, making sure that Phandelver itself is safe for you while we deal with this black spider menace. But I do have, it appears, and I rummaged through my pack, these 3 rations left. That'll get you through at least 3 days. I can go and buy some more in town a little later, but feel free to have these for now.
Thank you, but you guys don't need to worry about me. Sildar is my friend. He'll watch out for me. You guys do what you need to do. I
Do you
wish I
have
could
any
be
way
more
of
help when you find the Wave Echo Cave, but you know the location. He hands the map to you. You already wrote it down, but
No, we can keep this safe. At the very least, you can, if someone, hopefully no one will, does get a hold of you, just tell them the map ain't with me, it's with my friends, and they'll have to deal with us. You know how
And
that
see
is.
if you can bargain the location for your life. That way you don't get captured again. And also, I wanted to point out over here, and I point at the secret entrance that's probably still opened. There's a secret stairway leading up. So if push comes to shove, you do have an escape path through here.
thank you. Thank you all so much. This was never part of the plan, I know. It was supposed to be come to Phandalin, deliver those supplies, help me clear out the cave. Well, goblins attacked. Sorry for all the trouble I put you through.
Goblins do
Well,
put a damper in anybody's plans.
yep.
Greatly appreciated, and I have not forgotten our deal.
Well, in
As
that
it just
case,
so happens, Gundren, I actually have forgotten our deal. I was just so anxious to get out of Neverwinter, I didn't bother writing it down. What were the terms of our contract?
You guys help me clear out the cave and get it up and running again, or at least clear it out so I can begin getting it up and running. I guarantee you I will give your group 10% of the monthly profits.
10% amongst 4. That hardly divides evenly.
It divides plenty, and let the man sleep.
Are
He's
you
been through
aware
more
of how
than we
much
have.
money can be made from this cave? I'd be surprised if you were.
I've only heard tales.
10% is more than fair. Trust me.
Like I said, let's
In either case, I'll allow you your rest as I just walk back to the workshop.
Kind of looks at the rest of you as he walks out. Thunder, and he's just like, I like him.
yeah, he grows on you. All right then. Well, do you happen to have any magic way of getting a hold of us if you need us, or is it just Sildar then?
Nope. I am a miner. I'm a miner. That's what I do. Got no magical abilities. I'm not an adventurer. That's why I hired you guys. So
All
I'll
right,
sit
good.
here
So
and I'll be here. I'll eat these rations, and I'll be honest with you. I've been to this town a couple of times trying to figure out this location and learning what I learned. I don't think we have to be distrusting of the townsfolk, but I understand
it's not so much
the
the townsfolk; it's travelers and whatnot. True.
fair point.
Gotta be mindful of.
Either way, Sildar is going to be looking after me, so don't worry too much about me. Focus on.
Yeah, did I hear him say we could trust the townfolk?
Yeah. Said, no, I'm sorry, you did not. You're in the workshop, door closed. You're doing your thing.
Gundren, I since you are a miner and you know a lot about caves, the chasm that you saw when we entered, does it look like it was here before or like it was made or I've just been curious about it.
I'd have to take a longer look at it to see what's going on there, but it's not a very big crevice. Looks like it looks natural, but I'd have to take a closer look.
Okay. Well, I was down there once and I didn't get a long look at it, but I was just suspicious of it. We fought what was it called again? A Narthic?
Nothic.
Nothic? A Nothic. We fought a Nothic and its body's still down there, I believe. Unless Leon, I don't believe you took it out.
Nah, I didn't have that much time.
Okay. Well, its body's still down there and
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, no, I'll check it out. I'm sure I'll have plenty of downtime.
all right, but if there's anything else dangerous in there, make sure Sildar's here before you go at it alone.
Don't
If you
have.
do.
I appreciate it, Myra, but I don't need to be babied. I'm a grown man.
Oh, well, grown men still need babied, and I pinch Leon's cheek if he's sitting down. If he's not, I'll pinch the other cheek. Just
For
joking.
for the for the sake of my dignity, I'm gonna be sitting down.
Okay. All grown men are babies, and
Hey. Calling me a baby now? Really? After what I did for you today?
Y'all don't mind.
He says jokingly.
well,
You see Sildar or Gundren. Oh, and just gonna lay down. He just lays down and just.
Well, let's give him
I'll
some
go grab the
privacy.
pillow and put it underneath his head in a blanket.
Yeah. Thank you, lass. Now.
Let's stay here till Sildar gets back, whatever he, and then we'll go ahead and go back into town. I gotta. Oh, Mara, do you mind cleaning me up a bit? I gotta go talk to a man about a horse.
And I look at Adelia and I go, "See, babied," and I cleaning him up.
Adelia is mentally taking notes.
I'm assuming you guys have at least left the room. You're not sitting here having this
Yeah.
conversation with Gundren
No.
during sleep. All right, so you guys are out there. Okay. What are you doing, Cullen?
I was just continuing looking around and studying the various implements and comparing it to the implements that I had in my time back in Neverwinter. Not really doing anything specific, just kind of taking.
So you guys wait around for about an hour later. We're now starting to get into like 3-ish, 3:30 in the afternoon.
I would wander out to the entrance of the secret cavern.
But within that hour, you see as you head out there, kind of like, man, this has actually been a while. What's going on? Start to walk out, and then you see Sildar on his way in.
Ah, oh, Sildar. We have Gundren set up in Glassstaff's chambers, or my apologies, Irano's chambers.
Hmm. Thank you.
If you would just follow me, it's right this way. I don't believe that we came through this way with you.
No, no, you didn't. All right, yeah, show me.
And I lead him through.
Okay, he kind of takes it in, gets a little bit of lay of the land, if you will, at least from where you can take him to get there. Thank you for bringing. He opens the door, crack, sleeping. All right, thank you. I'll watch over
Does
him.
he?
Take care of any business you guys got to take care of. Anything you got to do, I'll take care of him and just come back to me. Come find us once the cave is clear.
Does he look?
We never did actually work out a signal, did we? We talked about it, but we didn't.
Well, it could be my last name again.
Just to test his memory, that's got to be on Adelia because I didn't catch that at all.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
I
no, we
wanted to
can.
ask. Does he look? Does he seem suspicious at anything else? Does anything seem like he changed? His
Make
countenance.
insight check.
Inside. What about investigation? Just joking. I get down. It's fine. 2 plus 1, so 3. Oh, he looks fine. Let's go,
Quillen
guys.
does
As
have
far
a
as you can-
passive insight of 12. That's something.
As far as either one of you can tell, all is good.
All right.
For all of you, actually.
Well, if I actually just rolled, which I would have a 23.
As far as you can tell, everything's good to go. Looks like
Oh,
Sildar.
thank God.
Your passive insight is 15 too, Adelia. So yeah,
I see everything inside and out.
you're good at picking up people's bullshit.
Yeah, no, at that point, Leon would have gotten to the horses, and with when everybody was ready to go, we have 3 horses. You take 2 back.
Leon, all of the steel that you gathered at Cragmaw, did you perchance pick up a pair of scimitars off the goblin?
Yeah, hold on. I'll go to the batch of scimitars that are all bundled up. Hold on. And he takes it off. He'll kind of like unwrap it so that it kind of like lines up. Take your pick.
Well, I was going to exchange it for these as I pull out 2 long swords and I say, I've been testing their weight and how they feel, and it seems that these are too heavy for what I have in mind, so I'd like to trade them to you for exchange for a couple of scimitars.
No, by all
Just the
means.
best of just the best 2 looking of the bunch.
All right, well, help yourself. Are you sure you don't want to keep the long swords? Not sentimental in any way?
I give them to you. I know that you're working on some special project collecting steel, so these have far more steel than scimitars.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. It's not a special project by any means. It's just a way of making money.
Well, I'll leave that to you since you're the expert.
All right, then. All right, so on our way into town then. We have the horses for a little bit longer. This one if I didn't mention before, is ours. I'll point the one I purchased from the general store.
Okay.
Which one does that? What does that one look like?
It looks like a good old riding horse.
Like it's just a
Is it a
regular brown pony?
palomino, a buckskin, a red, a
It's a
roan?
it's
We
a
found the
red.
horse girl.
Oh, it's a red hair.
It's a red hair, sure. It can be whatever you want it
Yay.
to be. It's a horse.
It's a roan quarter horse? I'm sorry.
And this one's ours. So whatever, well, whatever we want to name him. Or Leon kind of like sheepishly looks underneath. Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a boy.
Whatever he's
It's
called
very
is up to
much
us.
a boy.
Never looked before until I needed to. But yeah, no. So we'll go head into town. I'll take the two horses back to the apple farm.
All right. Everyone else going into town? Everyone going into town, I should say.
Yep.
Quellen, you as well?
Yeah, I would be asking Leon basically if he was planning on heading towards the blacksmith, and let him know that I have some business there as well. So, assuming that we're heading there with the weapons, I would walk that.
Yeah, no, we can. I'm not actually sure if the blacksmith is gonna buy any more metal. Just a few days ago, I sold him everything I got from the red brand, and that was a lot. So I was thinking more the blue lion lady. Maybe she'll
Yes,
be interested in it.
Lenine.
Yeah,
Well,
but
let's talk to the blacksmith first. There's a special project that I have in mind, and if
if it has
he's
anything to do with
incapable of it, then perhaps the Lenine might know who might could do.
yeah, well, I can tell you right now, the blacksmith may not be able to help you. He doesn't do weapon. I asked him myself.
I see.
But hey, you never know. He's on the way to the orchard anyway, so we'll see him first. Um, yeah, make our way down because isn't the pathway to the orchard circle near the blacksmith?
So you guys head out of the cave and you have to head through Alderleaf Farm. Make your way through and you guys make your way into the road.
Oh yeah, no. So the pathway to the
You'll go through the
that
center
orchard.
of town. Up to the smithy, past
Well, we might have to
Barthen.
stop and buy the Lion Shield Coster if it's on the way.
It would be on the way.
Okay, so as we get there with the steel strapped to our horses, I would bid someone stay to guard them as I bid Leon to come inside and let's see what.
All right.
Yes, head in.
I would like to go in as well. Just saying.
Adelia?
I'm guarding the horses.
All right. Ah, shit. Okay. You guys head inside. You see Nolene there. She's just working behind the counter, not doing anything in super crazy. She just keep herself busy.
Yeah.
There's no other customers inside right now. What are you guys doing?
Leon would go ahead and walk up. Hey there. How you doing?
Good to see you. Doing good. How are you?
Doing good. Doing good. Came about a bit of fortune and was wondering if you were interested in taking a look at what I got. See if you were interested in buying it. Got a large collection of swords, both scimitars and long. And before I go over to the blacksmith and sell it just as steel, wondering if you were interested.
She kind of raises an eyebrow to you. Says, I feel like we've gone through this before. This isn't much of a fighting town. We don't have the biggest need in the world for swords. I don't even sell weapons to people I don't trust.
All right.
But I'll take a
What
look
if
at
I
what you
told?
got.
All right. Well, give me a second. I'll bring him in. It's a lot, so you don't have to buy it all. Man, hell, I'd even give you a good deal on it. But
We'll see
let me
what
give me
we'll
a
see
second.
what deal we can do here.
Lenine, as I walk forward,
The answer is no.
I
I just saw your message.
right, right now. Lenine, I'm curious. I have a special project in mind, and Leon informs me that the blacksmith here is not much of a weaponsmith. I'm wondering if you perhaps know someone who might be able to set a pair of blades into a hilt.
Pair of blades into a hilt. What do you mean?
Well, I have this as I reach around to my backpack and unstrap the light quarterstaff, and I hold it up. I was thinking that perhaps this, with the proper amount of care, could be transformed with the proper steel, and I bring out the two scimitars, uh, into a bit of a double-bladed scimitar. Perhaps you're familiar with the ancient lore of the High Elves and their defensive prowess.
Looks at you and she's just kind of like, can't say that I'm super familiar with that history, but seems an odd type of weapon. Metal on the end, wood in the middle. Seems like a sword could, you know, cut it right in half.
Well, the middle part is where my hands are going to be, so hopefully no blades come.
Are you what, Myra?
Familiar with the prowess of high elves?
Make a history check.
No, 7.
No, unfortunately, as you think back, you're like, where did this either?
I just imagine that the light weight of such a quarterstaff might provide the fluidity and dexterous nature of a weapon that I am looking for. A poor substitute for the real thing, but something that might do in a pinch.
Um, I know a guy, but he's kind of a ways away.
What do you think it might take for this contact of yours to, you know, come to town and work on this special project?
Come to town? No, he's not gonna do that. He lives over in Red Lark. Red Lark's a solid 300 miles from here.
I see.
But might be able to send him supplies with instructions of what you're looking for and see what I can see. Payment would need to be made up front, and I don't know. I'd have to figure something out, but
Well, how about this? I'll put down a just a good faith deposit here of say 50 gold, and I'll leave these materials with you, and perhaps contact your friend in Red Lark and just see what he says. And I'll return after a couple of days to see if you've heard anything.
50 gold.
I would, of course, pay the rest of the cost, plus a sizable sum for yourself, as a bit of a finder's fee, if things work out.
Make a persuasion check.
That was so close to being a nat 20, but it's not. Straight up,
Straight up what?
8.
8? Kind of looks at you. She's like, it's gonna cost money to get a message to him. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get supplies and a reason for supplies to be there. I'm gonna need 100 gold deposit.
Oh, by all means. I should have mentioned that I was more than willing to pay for the courier fee. And I fish out 100 gold pieces. It's going to take me a while to count it out, as I just kind of put one down at a time.
Of course.
As he's counting it out, I'm going to say, nothing new in? No magical items? I think it's only been a couple of days since we came in last, but...
Yeah, it's only been a couple of days. Haven't had any new shipments, so unfortunately I don't have anything new for you. You still bought most of my. You pretty much bought all my daggers. Nothing new.
Yeah, I did. Any magical items that I missed
Nope.
the first time
Don't,
round? No?
don't have any magical items here.
Okay. Just curious.
Understandable, veteran type like you. I know that's what you guys look for.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't be
That's
more
true.
help.
Oh, do you have a flute?
Flute.
Yes.
I don't, but Barthen might. Seems like something he'd be carrying, but I don't carry any of those.
All right. I will ask Barthen next time I see him.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Of course, anytime. Anything else I can do for you guys? Quiet one in the back, is there anything you need? Speaking to Adelia.
Dahlia's just petting horses. What are you talking about?
Oh shit, you're not in there. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, no. At this point, Leon would have grabbed the two bundled up swords that he, or two bundles of swords that he has, and he has one on each shoulder, bringing.
That is indeed a lot of weapons.
And I was thinking, I mean, like, sure, I understand you don't want to sell deadly weapons to your average Joe, but get this. Not but a day ago, we literally, you can ask all three of us, you can even ask Silda, charged a goblin castle. These are the weapons. You take a whetstone, dull the edge, and it's a nice little keepsake for anyone who says wants to say that they took on goblins, took the sword themselves.
Or perhaps these could be sold to your friend in Redlark.
That too.
Heard Redlark's had a few problems. Could be. Could be helpful.
And like I said, you're a merchant. I understand that you don't want to buy them at cost. You want to make money off them. And I'm interested in letting you do that.
Well, let's take a look at what you got here. Lay it out for me.
All right,
She
and
says
I'll
she
start
kind of clears off some space on the counter.
and yeah, I'll go ahead and unroll the first one with the long swords, and I believe now it's 12 long swords with the two that
12 long sword.
um not including Tarox. Tarox is on my belt.
Yep, you're good.
Targor, right?
Targor,
Yeah,
Tarok.
I knew what he
Can't
meant.
remember. I can't
I was
remember. I
just
couldn't
really
remember
confused
exactly.
about that last week, so it stuck in my head.
So it was 12 long swords, and what was the rest of the stuff?
15. No, now 13 scimitars.
Oh, let's see here. What you asking for all this?
Well, hold on. Let me double check.
It seems
Make sure
like
I
at least
remember.
enough for one deposit on courier and a potential weapon.
What are you talking about? These are mine. How much time I spent freaking collecting and carrying all the bodies for all this stuff, man? This is my stuff.
Shoots not real
All right.
daggers at my.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So, scimitars are they're expensive, and the long swords are not as
Well, I
expensive.
didn't mean
Scimitars are
for you
worth
to
more
go
than.
and I didn't mean for you to go and look at prices. I meant for you to tell me how much gold you want.
No, I know. I was basing it off, so that's 12. I'm doing math in my head.
Do you need me to do some sums for you, Leon?
Hold
As I'm
on,
counting
shit.
out 63, 64, 65. 66,
So 100,
67.
120 for the long swords, because the total sum for 15 or 12
I
long
already got
swords
the
at
math,
15
buddy.
gold.
I already
Okay,
got
well,
it.
shit.
That's
Dang,
why I was
dude.
like, tell me how much gold you want. I already got it. I know what the total cost is.
Shit. Now I feel all slow and stuff.
69, 70.
And then
70.
300 for the scimitars. No, not 300. 275.
You want 275 for the scimitars. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry, how much did you want for the 120?
120.
She looks it over. She says, not a bad price. Aren't exactly in the best quality though. I mean, you got these from
Oh, that's fair.
goblins and something else. I guess I don't know many goblins that hold long swords, but I'll give you a solid. Yeah, I'll give you 200 gold pieces for the lot.
Let's call it 250. Metal alone. Wait.
Make a persuasion check.
All right. 13 plus stuff.
What's the total?
13 on the dice. Going to my D&D Beyond. Jumping.
Your persuasion is +1.
So 14.
14. Says, best I'll do is 210.
Deal.
Right. Please don't come back and sell me more stuff. I have no need for any more.
That's fair. I mean, I would have gone to the blacksmith if I hadn't already done the same thing to him.
Ah. I know you said that earlier, but it just now clicked to me that you're the one that did that. Still not 100% sure what he's going to do with all that metal. But hold on, I'll get you
Well,
money. She goes in the back, closes the door.
Are you saying this town doesn't want to erect statues in our honor?
Not yet.
Create an iron throne for us.
The Iron Throne. She goes in the back and will be back there for a couple of minutes. What are you guys doing? Are you just waiting?
89,
Or
90, 91.
a couple of minutes pass. She comes out. 210 gold pieces. Here you go. And as she sets that down, Quellen 100.
I was actually going to say 119, 120. Here you go. 120 gold. Perhaps the extra bit there could be a bit of an incentive to maybe put a bit of a rush on this order.
I'll do the best I can. 300 miles is a long way even on a horse.
Well, take the extra tip with my compliments.
and pleasure doing business to you. Be sure to let us know when you get a new shipment in. I have money to spend.
Yeah, a lot of mine. Will do. I'll let you know.
All right. You have yourself a good day.
Too.
Well, I believe we have to go see a man about a horse.
We do. And yeah, no, go ahead and take the horses over. And now I know that I've pretty much tapped the city for selling large sums of swords.
Yeah, this is a mining
Got it.
town. You like 210 gold pieces is a lot of fucking gold.
Oh, she's gonna make a lot of money off those though, so
Maybe.
maybe. True. But yeah, no, we'll go ahead and head over to the farm, take care of returning the horses so I can get my deposit back.
You guys make your way over. Do you guys stop anywhere else on your way over to Eldermouth Orchard?
Well, seeing the Shrine of Luck, I would stop by and put a token 1 gold on it as I pass by, saying the quick prayer.
Yep. Myra?
Myra, I think your snake is trying to talk to us.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even know I was unmuted. My bad.
We were like, what are you trying to say?
I don't know.
What are you saying, boy? Tell us, tell us.
Eat the apple.
Oh no.
Okay. So you guys, you pass by the shrine, you give you your gold, say your prayer. Sister Garley just kind of nods curtly at you, as you guys keep going.
I give her the finger guns. Not really.
You guys reach up to Barthen's provisions. Do you stop or do you just go ahead and keep going?
I keep going.
Lady Myra, I believe you wanted to duck in here.
Oh, that's right. I will go in to Barthen's and say, "Hey, Barthen, do you have a flute?"
Do you still keep going, Leon?
No, I'll wait.
I duck my head in. Oh, also, any magical items?
Oh yeah, magical items.
I can see this play. Hello. He kind of comes out. Oh, it's good to see you all. Did you
It's
find
so good to
Gundren?
see you. We. You know, it's been such a. We've only been in town
From the
for.
doorway again, poke my head in. Nope, no sign of him yet. We're still on it.
Yep. Still looking. Still looking.
Oh, I hope you can find him. I'm worried about him.
Me too. Anyways, do you have a flute?
I have something. Let me check the back.
I'm gonna meander in and see if there's any healing.
God. Make an investigation check.
No, it's a 2+, so no.
No. You look around, kind of. You're like, haha, what more potions can I get? Yeah. Oh, nothing. He has no healing potions.
I just kind of scoff and walk out. As I walk out, Myra, don't forget to ask about any potential magic items in the area, and I'll head back out.
Comes back out after a couple of minutes. I've got this old thing. Hands you this, like, kind of old, dusty box.
All right, I'll open it. And
You open it and you see just this pristine, like, beautiful silver flute. Looks like it's never been opened or played in a day in its life.
oh well. How much are you wanting for it? It seems like you've had it for quite some time.
I have had it for a while, but kind of got it kind of randomly. So I'd say I could part with it for 2 gold.
Deal. And I'll pull out 2 gold and give it to him. And do you have, by any chance, any items of the magical variety?
Fortunately, no, don't. I don't know many of the folks around town who carry magical items. As you know, we're a small frontier town. Uh, I, I don't know. There's plenty of going-ons around here. You might find some magical items other places of the place. The what I'm looking for. Uh, shit. Brain fart. Uh, I don't know if you maybe go see what's out there. I've heard Thunder Tree. That used to be a good place. Might find something there. But that place been kind of run down, a little abandoned. Not really a lot of people there, but not much
All
going on
right.
here.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And I I will put this to good use. And I put it in my bag and give him a nod farewell and walk out the door.
Have a good one.
You too.
Leon, you said you waited for them or no?
Yeah, I waited.
Okay. You guys head out. You see Leon just waiting. Adelia too, of course. Saying anything or just heading on down?
Just heading on out.
All right. You guys make your way over to Edermath Orchard. Um, as you approach, you see the familiar face of Darren Edermath, the
Yeah.
adventurer that took an
Uh,
arrow to the knee.
Technically, Adelia has never met this person.
Well, I say that to like Leon. It's familiar to Leon and Myra, I believe, are the two that were there, and also Quellen,
Quellen kind of squints his eyes a little bit. Hey,
drunken memory,
si- hey, 600 gold guy, right?
kind of like stares at you. Oh, fuck. Yeah, 600 gold guy. You check out Old Owl Well yet?
we only just got back from
Old Owl Well, right. No.
we've been a little busy. Like I said, it's still on our list to do. Brought your horses back. No worse for wear, exactly the way you gave them to me. Go ahead and inspect them.
Yeah, let me take a look here. Takes a look,
And I just kind of like,
gives him a once over. Definitely looks like they've seen a little trouble, but no worse for wear. Run into trouble on the
nah,
road?
a little bit, nothing we couldn't handle. I'll kind of show him my, it's clean, not mended, and kind of be like, so yeah, no, we met up with some goblins, but made sure to take care of the horses, take care of them. So a few more hobgoblins ain't no one got to deal with. And
Ah,
yeah,
definitely a capable group. All right,
yeah,
well,
we've been doing well.
fair enough. Here's your deposit back, I suppose.
No thanks. And if it's okay with you, same deal if we need the horses again.
Same deal if you need the horses again, but don't forget I need help too.
Oh
So
no, no,
maybe
like I
you
said,
help.
it's definitely on
Maybe you help me. Maybe I keep the deal the same. You never know.
fair enough. Um, and if you don't mind, and if it gives you a helping hand too, um, I ain't the best when it comes to, taking care of horses when on downtime. So I have an extra horse, and I'll be willing to pay you to take care of it for a bit. You can use it for your orchard if you need it, give it some exercise. But just more or less take care of it so I don't have to worry about missing a meal.
Fair enough. I can understand that. Although, how you gonna learn if someone else is doing it for you?
You're not wrong. Just as you can see, had a bit of a
Let's
long
just
day.
say this one's not the best at learning things.
Will you shut up, Quillen? Either way, I'll pay you for it.
That's fine. It's gonna cost you 5 gold a day. That'll cover.
Gold.
That's gonna cover me. My gonna cover the food. To cover all the things I gotta do to take care of the horse. Take care, and it's also gonna, I'm gonna do this
Well, I mean, it is going. I'm okay with you using it for work. So does that help out a little bit?
3 gold a day. Then still gonna have to feed it, take care of it, and clean it and whatnot.
Perfectly understandable. So 3 gold a day then.
3 gold a day. I'll go
Alrighty
ahead and
then.
take
I'll
today's.
kind of like. Uh, so yeah, I was just gonna hand him 10 gold. This is just for a starting bit, so that way again, don't forget.
All right, 3 days. Let me know if you need the horse.
All right, will do. Thank you very much.
Don't forget, Old Owl Well. I'd really appreciate you checking it out. I've had more miners come in the last couple of days since we talked. They continue to tell me seeing shit up there that they've heard.
We'll see about taking care of that as soon as we.
It is certainly next on my agenda.
I've seen. I had to read what he saw because I couldn't remember. They continue to talk that they've seen undead, and we could really use a group of adventurers to take care of that.
Duly noted. All right. So I'll hand him the horse, hand him the gold, bid him adieu with assurance that it's high on our to-do list.
Sure. Just takes the horse. All right, what are you guys doing now?
Heading to the inn. I'm hungry.
Yeah, at this point, it's probably 5, 6 o'clock. It's getting pretty. It's starting to get late, late-ish, I suppose, late afternoon. Dinner time, wind down time, kind of moment, you know.
And I'm
If you
at
all will excuse me, I have some work to attend to, and I would make my way, break off from the group as they head towards.
yeah, well, you take care of yourself, Quellen. Don't get into any trouble.
I too would like to get some work done, and I'm gonna go to the inn that we're staying. Heading into the inn, right? All of us.
Well, I mean,
So far,
Quellen,
you and
minus the Quellen.
Leon are.
Okay. I'm gonna go in and get my costume, my pretty gown that I have, and put on my makeup, and I'm gonna play the flute for a little bit.
Yep. Delia, what are you doing?
She perks up and is super duper trained on that flute once she sees it.
All right. You follow her into the inn. You guys head into the inn. Quellen, are you heading back to Redbrand?
Yeah, I'm gonna head back to the Glassstaff's workshop to see what I can cook.
All right. So let's go ahead and address Quellen first. Quellen, you make your way back. No trouble. You see Sildar. He's sitting kind of in that kitchen area, just enjoying a little bit of food, having a drink. Kind of gives you a nod. Quellen?
Oh, Sildar. I'll be doing a bit of work next door. Make sure you knock if you're going to be headed through the area. There may be some dangerous chemicals about.
Fair enough. Careful not to wake Gundren. He's asleep.
I don't imagine there would be any loud noises. If there are, then I might be dead. Please come check.
So loud noises, come check. Otherwise, all is well.
That's about right.
All right. Starts drinking out of his mug again. You head into the alchemist. You head into the lab area. You start to tinker around with some stuff. What is it that you are trying to accomplish?
Well, my intention with the ingredients that I've collected so far, and with whatever other materials I collected in his workshop, I don't suppose I would be able to actually be able to craft anything as high as a potion of invisibility. So I'm really looking more to create some kind of simple poison, maybe something that could actually inflict the poison state on somebody as like a oil for a weapon, or something that could do maybe a little bit of extra damage, something like that.
Okay. Taking out just a moment. Do. Taking out some of the supplies that you found in the woods initially, some of the dead men's bells that you have found. You start to mess with that uh, and start to looking at it. You realize that with what you have, the only poison that you'd be able to do, at least from this particular ingredient, is through an ingested form. But you're looking for more of a like salve, something you want to apply to a weapon to cause it. What's
Yeah, I'm looking for something that I could like an oil that I could rub on a slashing or piercing weapon to either do additional damage or apply just a poisoned effect, something that would enhance a weapon strike. But if I don't have the necessary ingredients to turn that whatever it is into a oil or paste, then I would settle for doing whatever it is that I can.
Make. See if we can. Sorry, I'm just using that new tool I found, but it doesn't make sense for what you've already found. It'll make sense for future. Go ahead. You have the necessary ingredients to make like a salve or a tonic or whatever that you can coat onto your weapon. But you're familiar with what this will do. You just got to make it. So go ahead and make an intelligence check for me. And how long do you intend to focus on this? Minimum 1 hour required.
Seeing as it's probably around what 7-ish, got at least a few hours before bedtime. I would say 3 hours.
3 hours. Okay. One moment, please. Just had to make a note. I apologize. Go ahead and make that intelligence check. So roll your d20, add your intelligence modifier.
Plus my
Oh,
proficiency
yeah,
because of the.
proficiency as well, please.
All right. Very good roll. 24.
Ooh, a very good roll indeed. So you manage to focus on this really well for the next 3 hours, and you manage to succeed in creating a paste, a salve, that you can coat onto your weapon. And what it will do is it will, if an enemy is struck by it, you'll want to write this down. If an enemy is struck by it, it will put the poison condition on them. In addition, they will take an additional 2d6 poison damage on a hit. So, on a hit, they'll take 2d6 poison damage while the salve is applied, and then they also will be afflicted with the poison condition. To be afflicted with poison, they have to beat a DC of 16.
A DC of 16. Okay.
A Constitution saving throw of 16 or higher, and they will not be poisoned.
And last question: would this be a just a single hit, or if I coat my weapon, does it last a certain amount of time or a certain amount of?
When coated, it will last for 4 hours and then become moot.
Woof.
So it lasts for 4 hours. So every hit in that 4 hours, or does it have a limited number of use?
Just roll in here, sorry. Five hits.
Sounds reasonable.
At that point, if you were to get 5 hits, your weapon would start getting coated in a lot of blood, and it would start to kind of
Dilute it.
neutralize the effects.
All right, that sounds good. I'm going to take a quick AFK break for about 10 minutes or so. I'll be right back. If we get done dealing with the other people and get back to long rest, there's something that I need to do during the night. So,
All right. And we shift scenes over to the end. What do we got going on?
Leon would be sitting down. He would have ordered water, some food, uh, and he's just kind of listening to to Myra with a smile on his face. It's pleasant, and he just has this deck of cards that he's shuffling, kind of like passively, not even looking at it. He's just shuffling.
Okay. Doing anything with those cards?
Nothing, just like kind of like keeping my hand busy, kind of deal. Just shuffling cards.
Okay. Adelia, what are you doing?
After she set her sights on that flute for a little while, she kind of just gets this reminiscent slash forlorn look on her face before she goes to join Leon and tentatively asks him to teach her a game or something.
Well, let's see. You ever played
Boulder's
is it
Bones.
learn this game up? Ever played a game called Boulder's Bones?
I've never played any of them.
None. Well,
Eh,
it's simple enough.
sorry, maybe not
You
Boulder's Bones. We can make it work with a deck of cards. Ignore me. Sorry.
no, it's a dice game, but it's represented as cards. Basically all you do, you get a couple cards, right? And each card has a number, as it kind of shows her the bottom of two different stacks with he would two different numbers, like 7, 8, 9, 10, so on and so forth. There's some face cards. They're worth 10. The face cards being such like a queen, a jack, so on and so forth. The point of the game is to draw cards until you have a total of 21. 21 is the magic number. If you get 21, you win, unless someone else ties you and gets 20 themselves, in which case it's tie. If you get more than 21, you lose. Less than 21, if nobody else has more points than you do, higher number than you do, you win. Simple enough?
Yeah, seems pretty simple.
All right. Well, let's give this a shot then. If you want to give it a try.
Let's do it.
All right then. He'll deal cards, but basically how it's done, if I remember
I
correctly,
got you, buddy.
because
So you each take three dice. I forget if it's. I think it's just. Is it d6s?
yeah, 3d6s.
Take three d6s. You guys both roll your d6s. Count them up, and then what happens is, Adelia, you'll go first because Leon's hosting. You can decide based on your three dice if you want to stand or roll. And if you want to roll, because you want to get closer to 21, you take another six-sided dice, roll that dice, and then it goes to Leon. He'll do the same thing. Then it goes, or no, you'll. Does it wrote on there somewhere? And where the player stands. If you stand, the next player takes their turn. Um, keep rolling until you either stand or bust. So go ahead and roll your three dice. Let us know what your total is.
12.
Your total is 12.
Yes.
Do you want to stand or do you want to roll?
I want to roll.
Roll another d6 and add it to the 12.
15.
Ooh, wait. Oh, wait, no, sorry. You told me the total instead of what you got. So now you're at 15. Do you want to stand or do you want to roll?
I want to roll.
Aw, shit. This can only be good if she gets a 6.
No, I got a 3.
Got a 3. 18.
Do you
Stand or
want?
roll.
I will stand.
Right. Leon, you're up, buddy.
All right, so I've rolled my 4 or my 3.
Yep.
Gonna hit. All right, so that puts that, and I'm gonna hit again. Yeah, I know. You kind of see Leon just kind of like draw that last card, and he kind of stares at it for a second. He just goes, "Bitch," as he flips it on, revealing 22. Ah, well,
Leon
that's
busts.
your win.
He wins. Was there any money in play?
No, there wasn't. She was just learning.
Turns out
And
Adalia's a card hustler.
and that's all there is. Because I went over and there's no one else that has a higher score than you, you win.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, you have to be careful. I mean, like just like you did a really good job stopping at just 18. It's a good number to hit. But you also have to kind of like part of the game is making sure, someone else, doesn't have it. Obviously, you won't know until everyone flips at the end.
You guys
So
see.
it's
Okay. You guys see a guy come up to your table, sees what you're doing, says, "Ah, Boulder's Bones. I'll get in on that."
yes, yes, sir. I'm more than happy to host a game of Boulder's Bones. Do you have any friends?
No, it's
Is there
just
any other
me.
people?
You
Any
guys
other
look
people in the
around. No
bar?
one else has quite caught attention. Just this guy seems very interested.
Well, let's see how you do. Want to put some money on it, Dahlia? You want to put some money in on it?
Okay.
All right. Well, sir, we ask you to take it easy on the lady. It's her first time playing, so we'll keep it small, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. What are you thinking?
Just a gold piece for right now between the three of us.
Extremely reasonable. The name's Alec, by the way.
Alec, Leon,
Good to meet you, Leon.
Delia.
Ma'am?
Well met. All right then. So we'll begin.
Leon,
And
so used to Adalia not talking, does not let her introduce herself.
I know. I'm sorry, was it a Dahlia?
this
A Dahlia?
Yeah. It's
Very nice.
Adalia.
Very nice to meet you.
All right then. Game is bold as bones. Here we are. And then he'll sift out the cards after shuffling.
So, Adalia, you'll go first because the person who hosts goes last. So Adalia go first, and then Alec will go, and then Leon will go.
Okay, and do you want me to tell you my totals, I'm
Go
assuming?
go ahead and just go and tell me your total when you stand.
Okay, cool.
I was mostly having you do what you did before since it was you trying to do it the first time.
Ho, ho, ho. Okay, I'm standing at 20.
Standing at 20. All right, Alec's
Oof.
gonna go ahead and do his. He takes his cards up. He sees that he's got 17 compared to Adalia's 20.
Well, I mean, he wouldn't know that she had 20. That's kind of the.
That's fair. That's fair since we're doing this in a cards way. He would stand at 17.
All right then. Hitting. You see Leon draw that next card again. Well, shit. As he throws his cards down for a 20.
All right.
Alec, what'd you
Se-
get?
17.
Ah, very well done. Delia,
20.
Oh shit.
20. He kind of like sits up and looks at it. Well, I'll be damned.
This pot is
Um,
yours, friend. This pot is yours, lady.
Ooh, she made a whole 2 gold.
She made. Well, yeah.
yeah, hold 2 gold off that. Uh, another hand, gentlemen, sir, lady.
I'll play another one. You see Alec.
All right.
He just kind of smiles, strokes his beard.
Yeah, no, Leon throws in another coin into the center.
Dahlia's on a winning streak, so she's like, heck yeah.
Well, it
You know,
seems
careful now.
your friend's got a little bit. Why don't we up it just a hair? Let's go crazy for this last hand, I'd say. Or however
Oh,
many
last
hands.
hand.
Last hand. Did I say last hand? I'm sorry. How about
Yeah, I mean, now
3 gold pieces?
don't
Let's make it
3
interesting.
gold,
This is good.
3 gold pieces.
3 gold pieces.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm game for 3.
Drops 3 in there. All right, let's do it. Deal out those cards.
All right, and he deals.
All right, Dahlia, go ahead.
I'm
This
gonna
time, just keep it all to yourself.
I'm gonna be keeping an eye on him.
Sure.
Okay, I rolled.
All right.
You just let us know when you stand or whatever. Go ahead and make a perception check, Leon.
Okay, sorry, I stand.
Oh, you're good.
18.
18 on the perception.
Yep.
You look at the guy. You know, he's got that he's got like kind of long brown hair pulled back into a ponytail. A nice groomed, for the most part, uh, red beard, and he's wearing this leather armor. At least what you can tell looks to be leather armor. On his back, you can see kind of a staff just attached. Looks like he might be uh, somewhat of the traveling type, uh, and seems to really be enjoying the game.
And is he done?
Oh yeah, he's done.
Yeah, no, I've already done my rolls, and I stand kind of with an obvious smug smile on his face. Leon just kind of like looks to the other two. Uh, Alec, whenever you're ready.
My friends, he flips the cards very excitedly. That's a solid 21.
No shit. Adelia?
I also got 21.
So we have to split the pot. Tell you
Now,
what,
hold on a second there.
Don't
Boom.
tell me, Leon.
I got 21. I rolled 3 6s and a 3.
get the hell out of here.
I'm
Oh my
not.
god, this is amazing!
Well, damn, I've never seen that happen before.
I'm not even joking.
Man, hopefully that's not a testament to our night tonight.
Leon's just kind of laughing. Well, how about that?
Where is uh so Myra, you playing your flute and the music, getting a few tips here and there. Everyone's really enjoying it. The feelings of the tavern are very just jovial and great. You kind of look over at the table where you see your friends sitting there playing their card game. And you're like, kind of stop for a second because you slightly recognize the individual sitting with them.
Hmm.
And when I hear the noticeable stop, Leon looks up and he kind of waves.
I'm gonna wave back and continue my playing.
Well,
I
oh.
can't play the flute.
I was about to get
I believe you
real
just did.
freaking excited.
This is about all I can do.
Yeah, no,
That's all I remember.
that works. No, Leon kind of goes, how about this then? 3-way tie. We have ourselves some entertainment. How about we put the pot into the entertainer's cap there?
I think
No?
that I think that's a fine idea.
All right then. Give me a second, and I'll leave the deck of cards right there, and Leon will take the small little pot, the small bit of 10 change, and he'll put it over there into her little tip cap, whatever she has for little tips, and he kind of like give her a applauding little clap and smile at her.
She nods in thanks and gives him a wink and continues to play for about, she finishes her song and then she like takes a bow, picks up her tip hat, and then goes and sits with them. Playing the flute is a lot. Like you get more like you can't breathe as much. It's, you got to use more breath.
Well, you make
It's
it look
difficult.
very
So
easy.
well, thank you. I see you guys were playing
Boulder's
sorry,
Bones.
Boulder's
Bones.
Bones. That
You
looks
ever
fun.
played?
A couple of times, yes.
All right, so you get the concept. How about this? Put in a good-sized hand. Let this be the last one. This drinks are on me. For you too as well, Alec. You've been a good, gracious competitor.
Thank you. Enjoyed this. This has been fun.
Well, Alec, my name is Myra. It's good to meet you.
Pleasure, Myra. He reaches out to shake your hand.
I shake his hand. All right. Well, how much are we putting in?
Well, let's make
Maybe
it
you can.
5.
5. Okay.
Yeah, let's make it 5. And winner buys drinks.
All right.
All right.
Sounds like
And
a plan.
Leon puts in his 5.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
So,
With a deft shuffle, Leon deals.
Myra, you understand what to do?
Yeah, 3d6.
Yep.
And then stand. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna do my next roll.
Alex stands.
Adelia stands.
Can I do
Leon
another
stands.
roll? Hit
You
me
can
again.
do as many as you want. Yeah.
As many as you want, but once you exceed 21, don't do any more.
Okay.
And you don't want to exceed 21. Just let us know when you're
Good.
done.
I'm okay. Just pulling. I'm rolling shit.
That's both a good and a bad thing.
All right, I'll stand.
No, Leon's gonna look at her suspiciously. How many dice did you roll total?
7.
He's gonna look at her, and you didn't bust? The hell?
Adelia rolled a lot too.
And, well, that's I don't know about you, Alec, but we may be out some money. All right, Delia, you first.
18.
Yeah, well, damn.
Alex
Myra?
flips his cards over. I bust 22.
I am at 18.
Leon just kind of leans forward. Like I said, Alec, we have money. He flips over a 17.
Damn. Well, I'll tell you what, Leon. We said winner buys. Why don't you and I buy
Yeah.
this round of drinks? Let me give you half of that. Let's do it for these ladies.
Nah. You've
Oh.
been gracious host out. No, I'll take care of it. You ladies won. Fair and square. That belongs to both of you. Each of you get 10. And I'll get some drinks. Thank you
All
for
right.
offering, though, Alec. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Anytime. I'll be right here. People are enjoyable.
So,
All right.
Alec,
one of-
what brings you into Faladin?
So first of all, one of the things I failed to mention, Adelia, you recognize Alec very much as the same race as you. You
Hey.
can
Okay.
tell the different features that this particular half elf would have. Just the way the ears are and tint of the skin. You recognize that he too is a wood elf, a wood half elf, rather. Well, looking for a group of adventurers to join up with. So, traveling around. I'm from the outskirts of Boulder's Gate. Came out here searching for adventure, looking to make some people, make some friends. I'm doing a really fucking bad job at this. I'm sorry.
Make some people like Frankenstein?
I wasn't fully intending on introducing this character tonight, but this seemed like too good of an opportunity, so apologies if I'm stumbling around this.
Don't worry about it, man.
From the outskirts of Boulder's Gate, there's been a lot of issues going on in that area, so I just kind of been out and about searching for friends or searching for people to perhaps call friends and adventure with, get to know, just traveling. I'm a traveler, about it. Not the most
Ah,
charismatic guy in the world, so he's kind of stumbling over his words.
well, that's very that's fascinating, wonderful, awesome. What looking for a group? What would you bring into a group? Myra is much more charismatic than Brooke is. Okay, just putting that out there.
It's okay. And Alec is just as charismatic as Gyrix is, so which is not that great. Um,
Don't put yourself down, Gear. We all love you.
what
Truth.
would I bring to a group? He picks up one of the how is he going to display what he is? Kind of holds his hand.
Fireball!
You see him. You see him pull out his wine skin or his water skin. He ups the top, puts a little drop of water in his hand. Kind of looks at you and smiles, and you see the water start to expand. It's frozen and it shapes into a knife. Well, I have a. He kind of tosses it in the air and catches it. Particular set of skills. Magic, real in tune with nature. Just kind of looking at you to see if you can figure it out.
And do I? I believe you're a wizard. Are you a wizard?
Close, but no.
Sorcerer.
Oh, mm, a druid.
You would be correct. I am a druid.
Oh wait, Adelia would be able to recognize that then, because Nana was a druid.
Yes. Would. You recognize him as he calls forth that magic to form an ice knife. Uh, I'm burning a level 1 spell slot for this. Uh, he, he forms that ice knife. Hey, I got some magic. And you see as you're trying to guess what he is. You're are you a wizard? Are you a sorcerer? No, no, no. Daily, you start to catch on. You're like, wait a minute, and then you see he takes his other hand out and it like briefly shapeshifts into like the hand of uh, like a cat's paw or something, just an animal's hand or something. He just kind of shapeshifts that part of him, like, yeah, I'm a druid. Shifts back. He's not gonna do a full shift in the middle of a tavern.
I have always wanted to meet a druid. I love nature. Do you prefer plants or animals in your natureness?
Animals, actually. I've got a very particular relationship with animals.
Oh, what's your favorite animal to shapeshift into?
My favorite animal to shapeshift into would have to be Craig cat.
Mm, well,
Have you seen a Craig cat?
I haven't. I'll be honest, I haven't seen many different types of animals, but I
Very
have seen a
rare.
house cat.
Very different from a house cat, much more ferocious. I have seen my share. Well, I haven't seen my share, I should say. The Craig cat is an extremely rare creature. Uh, Particularly, it's very popular in the mountainous regions. And on a pilgrimage many years ago, I was going up one of the mountains near Boulder's Gate, part of a pilgrimage, as I said, for my circle. I saw one, and it just entranced me. It was fascinating. When I finally learned how to shapeshift, that was that was the first creature I turned into. I've always had a natural affinity towards it since then, and thus it is my favorite. They're amazing creatures.
Well, you described them as amazing. Well, it was lovely to meet you. What time is it now?
It's probably a couple hours and a few rounds of you playing Boulder's Bones and all that. It's 8, 9 o'clock. It's getting late.
Leon would be back at this point. He would have paid for the drinks as well as covered everyone's tab in the bar, but didn't want to know about the owner.
Oh, shit. 20 gold.
All right.
And just to put it in my, I guess I'll ask at the end of this. Well, I guess here's to Alec and to
To
new
Alec.
friends.
To new friends. Raises the drink.
Yeah, well, with that all being said, Mara, well played. Adelia, well played. Very well done for your first time. Can't say
I
I
think
was
I'm pretty
I
good
was
at
the
this.
Yeah, no, definitely.
This was your first
Can't
time. Good job,
Yeah.
Adelia.
Yeah, and you guys cleaned me out of a little bit of gold there. That's what happens. Either way,
My
I'm gonna go and
computer
turn in.
just died, guys. I'll get back
Oh
on as
no.
soon as I can.
From
And I'll catch you all later. I'm gonna hit the hay. Had a bit of a long day, Alec. It was nice to meet you. And you take care. And he'll go ahead and head upstairs to his room.
Have a good one, Leon. Good to meet you.
Well met.
Oh, Myra,
Yes.
could I try your flute?
Oh, yeah. I'll pull it out and kind of clean off the mouthpiece of any leftover slobber and hand it over. Here, Dahlia.
She'll take it like very gently and like look very happy that she's holding it before giving a couple of test flute toots.
I'd like to. Do you know how to play it, Dahlia?
Yeah, I had a flute a long time ago.
Oh. Do you remember any?
Let's see, and I will freaking find my d20 and roll for a performance. Sorry, y'all, I was making garlic bread. She is hella rusty, but there's some sort of elven tune going on.
Alec just kind of sits and watches. You see him pull out. He's like, he smiles, right? He pulls out a little set of drums and starts to drum along to what you're trying to do.
Do I know this song that she's doing? That they're making?
What kind of song are you trying to do, Adalia?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. So Alec kind of
Is it a traditional gangster rap?
little Eminem and
It's
I
very
can never say his name.
aggressive emo goth.
So as you're kind of doing it and you're struggling a little bit, Alec just kind of starts to take over with his drum beats and he starts to kind of sing a tune. Um, he just starts to sing. It's a language that you don't recognize, neither one of you. It's just a nice tune. It's a peaceful tune, and I don't sing, so I'm not doing it. But you just hear this tune in a different language as he's very into the drum beats that he's making. he's had a couple of drinks probably before he showed up to start talking to you guys, but he's not drunk. He's just relaxed. You guys kind of, I'm assuming you're listening to him saying, you get a little lost in it. The language is uh,
Adelia starts like vibing with him pretty hard, and she's getting a little bit better at playing again as she remembers.
you recognize it, Adelia, as the language you're um, sorry, I'm brain fart again. Or you're recognize it the one you recognize it as a language your non used to speak. She never taught it to you, but you recognize some of the accents and phrases.
Oh yeah, that's why she's
Better thing.
vibing, because she's just going straight back to her happy place.
Yep. You're recognizing this.
I'd like to harmonize with him. And like after like I hear a little bit, I'll take out my ukulele and start harmonizing.
You start to harmonize. You start to feel it too with your musical experiences, and you guys are just the three of you are just kind of zenning right now, and none of you realize that the tavern has gone quiet. Everybody's listening. Everyone's listening to Alex sing in this strange, mysterious tune, and knowledge. Mighty or not mighty, but Leon, as you're preparing for bed, you kind of hear it, and it will also kind of
Real quick,
slow.
I rolled performance again to see if she was doing any better, and I got a dirty 20. So can she have a quick flute?
Yeah.
Inspired by the fact that you're feeling all these emotions from your nan and everything. You start to just it's like the moment is right, and you just play a little solo on the flute, and it's probably one of the most beautiful things anyone has heard in that tavern.
Besides the words, your tab is paid for.
Nice.
Eventually, this goes on for a few minutes, and then the tune ends, and it's just like Alex there, and he's just smiling. That was fantastic.
Adelia wipes a small tear away.
Alec kind of notices. Are you okay?
She blinks a little. Yeah, I'm fine.
You're very talented, Myra, and you too, Dahlia. That was very well played on the flute.
And Myra's just gonna like grab Adelia's hand and is like, I didn't know you could play like that. Do you know what, Adelia? I want you to keep the flute. You play it beautifully, and I want to hear more music from you. I have my
Lord, no, now
ukulele,
she's actually crying.
and it seems like it really means so much to you. And I'm gonna give her the box that the flute goes in.
She just hugs it to her chest as like actual tears start rolling down her face. She's like, I gotta go. And
Alec, well, this is just as you're kind of having your moment. Alec, you're holding it and crying for a second. Alec takes this quick opportunity towards Myra. He realizes this is a moment for the two of you, and he doesn't want to interrupt, being that he's just met you guys. He just kind of quickly says, "Going to retire. You all need an adventurer. Find me. Have a good night." And he just leaves, goes upstairs, and then
All right.
we have Adelia who's like, "Ah,
she's gotta
I
go.
gotta
She
go.
runs
I
out the
gotta
door.
go." Like, as that brief moment while Alec had distracted you, Myra, she's like, "I gotta go."
Too many feels. Can't handle it.
Well, I'm gonna finish my drink and Adelia's drink, and um, then I guess count my gold, take my stuff, and go back upstairs and follow behind Adelia.
All right, Adelia, where are you running off to?
Oh no, she ran out of the building.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna let Adelia have a moment, and I'm gonna go up to the room.
Yep. Adelia, where are you running off to?
My home, the woods.
The woods. So you run out. You go towards the green, the town green, where you know it's kind of peaceful there, but further beyond that, you find woods. Or are you trying to run towards the woods, towards the secret entrance?
Towards the secret entrance, because I know those woods.
Fair
Or
enough.
I was there already before, so.
Right. Knowing the nearest woods are, in fact, the woods in front of the secret entrance, you head out that way. Just tears dripping, you know, happy, sad, angry, loving, so many emotions.
Accurate.
You find a spot in the woods here, far enough away from the entrance to not be bothered. And what are you doing? Do you just sit there and kind of?
She lets it out. Everything she's been holding in for a while, she lets it out.
Cut back to Quellen. What are you up to, buddy? You've focused and you managed to get your poison that you wanted.
So after my 3 hours or whatever working on my poison, I would head out the secret entrance, headed back towards the Stonehill Inn with my passive perception of
Do you hear a lady crying in the woods?
Your passive perception of 16. I'm assuming you're not trying to have anyone find you, Maya or Adelia.
Lord, she's wailing. She's a banshee. Just
She
kidding.
doesn't
Not
care.
that loud, but she's she's a little busy.
Is she trying to make sure that no one hears her? Like she's kind of quietly, like not quietly, but like she wouldn't want to see anybody, right?
Yeah, but she came here because she'd assumed no one would be around.
Fair enough. Do me a favor, make a stealth check with disadvantage. This is going to help me to determine if Quellen's passive perception will pick up on your crying.
I rolled a 2 and a 9, so I don't think either of those actually made it.
Nope. Quellen, as you kind of start to head towards town, you hear off in the distance.
I go and investigate. No attempt at stealth. I just go and investigate.
You're wailing right now, Adelia. Just going hard. It's that hard cry where you can't breathe.
Oh,
You're
it's from the stomach, and it
It's
just
from the
rips out of you, and
Yep.
yeah.
And right about that time, as a wave of that hits, and you're just like, Quellen walks up.
Well, as I make my way into the clearing, I would make sure if I see her, I approach her from the front, and as I make my way into the clearing, I would just stand there perfectly.
All you see is an Adelia hunched over on the ground, clutching a box to her chest and
I would sit
I,
down Indian style and just sit there quietly.
have to super pee. I'll be right back. It's like
I'm sorry, what's a super pee?
I'm like dancing in my chair right now because I really, really have to pee, and I can't find a spot to be like, okay, let's take a quick break so I can pee. So I'm just gonna go. I'll be right back.
Run, man!
Run! Nobody likes to
I
be
think-
uncomfortable.
I think Super P is more like the same thing as like saying I need to piss like a racehorse.
A super racehorse.
A super racehorse.
Someone please find me a horse picture with a cape.
On it. Hang on.
Done.
Oh, dang. I'll just keep playing my ukulele. I'm putting background music to this, so I'll just my own. Yeah!
Give me that beautiful duet. Serenade me, people.
C, E minor, A minor. And I don't know my strumming pattern. It's down, up, yeah. No, down, up, down.
This thing is way out of tune.
My dog has fleas.
I'm sorry, what?
That's how you tell if a ukulele.
Yeah. It's this.
It's the tune.
Oh, I hear it.
My dog has fleas.
My dog has fleas, which my dog does not have fleas. Thank goodness. It's just an yeah. Wise men say fools rush in. I can't help falling in love with you.
Sorry about that.
I was afraid you had fallen in. Took you a bit, man.
Well, there's a long one. Really had to go. And I let my dog out.
Oh,
The dog had a pee too. That's an important thing.
Uh-huh. All right. So, unless you guys RP'd while I was gone, we've got...
No, I was just tuning a ukulele.
Nah, man, you gotta be here for this heartwarming scene that I think's about to unfold.
I really do.
I'm so excited.
As
Alright.
as this heartwarming moment, this is that point in the show where the happy music plays. Go ahead, cue it up, Myra.
Oh, okay. Okay, you guys can go on.
You guys can start talking. I really meant for this to be background music.
So I come into the clearing and respecting the silence that Adelia often shows to me, I just sit down and quietly regard her.
When she finally gets a bit of a break at her crying because she needs to breathe or she's going to die, she, kind of those hiccupies, those gasps, and she looks up for a second, sees him, is like, oh shit, kind of goes over her face, and she starts quickly rubbing at her face, trying to get rid of all evidence that she was crying real fast.
It's all right, Adelia. You don't have to hide here.
I'm fine, everything's fine, it's fine, I'm not crying, it's fine.
I never implied you were. What seems to be bothering you?
It's stupid.
I very much so disagree. You've been watching after my mental health. It's only fair that I offer you the same in turn. And I would walk forward and offer a hand to help her to her feet.
She accepts, one hand holding his to help her up, the other hand still rubbing at her face. And she is not looking super pretty, she's very red. You guys are you're so nice. It's been, I don't know, I don't know anymore. I'm not used to this.
Has it been long since you've seen such kinship?
I've only ever had my Nana.
Tell me about her.
Oh, well, I mean, she told me she took me in when I was really, really little. She's not, well, she's not with us anymore. She died, and that's kind of what got me out of here. But she was so nice. She taught me everything I know, though sometimes the thing she said was a little weird. Honestly, sometimes it kind of sounded crazy, but it still made sense. Like there was this one time when I told her I wanted to be a wizard, and then I needed to get some robes, and she just looked at me and she said, "You can give a girl a nut, but you can't call her a squirrel."
She sounds like a delightful woman.
She was, she really was. She taught me a lot about everything I know about life.
Did she also teach you how to wield that? As I point at the bow on her.
Oh, no, she wasn't actually much for violence or anything like that. I had to learn that one to impress some people who weren't really impressed ever.
So, forgive me, but obviously I noticed that you are a half elf. Your Nana, was she elven or human?
She's elven, but she wasn't related to me at all.
I see. So it was more of an adopted Nana.
Yeah, she said my mom brought me to her. She never said why, though.
Did you know your parents?
No, and Nana never told me what they looked like or anything like that, or why they had to leave me.
I am so sorry. I didn't know. I can't imagine what that must be like.
I mean, it is what it is. I don't know any different, so I don't know what I'm missing.
Well, whatever it is that brought you out here, I hope that you're feeling a little better. I don't like to see you suffering, so.
I guess I just had a lot more built up than I thought. It kind of forced its way out.
Well, if my friendship makes you cry, I'll gladly punch you.
She gives like a weak laugh, like she believes he'll do it. It's like it's not that it makes me cry. It's just it's gonna sound weird, but I think I was looking for your approval.
A bit of a shocked face. Um, my approval?
Yeah, well, I was the circumstances to which around I was raised, the only elves I've ever met kind of hated the fact that I even exist.
That sounds terrible. I am so sorry.
They really hated humans, and since I was half and I was proof that, elves and humans were, I don't know, it was really complicated. It took me a long time to understand it, and then halfway through this adventure, I kind of realized I was pushing more on you than you just.
Well, I'll have you know that there's no such prejudice with me in particular. I can't speak for all elves, and I can't speak for all humans, of course, but I'm quite fond of.
Thanks, I like you too.
Now, let's head back to the inn. I believe you deserve a bit of a rest.
Yeah, I should probably get some water. I'm gonna have a major headache.
Ah, here, please. And I give her my water skin.
Thank you, thank you. She,
And I would gingerly wrap my arm around her, trying to lead her back towards the.
she allows it.
Sorry, I don't have a handkerchief.
It's like, oh, it's fine. It's just a good splash of water on the face. I'll be good.
About that.
Working on a funny gift, damn it.
Hey, we're not there in our relationship yet.
Yet.
Also, this would be the worst time. She's got so much snot on her face.
Who cares?
Well, Quillen definitely isn't about to get all up in a bunch of snot, so he's a little bit prudish, but he's not going to say anything because he's.
So kind.
He's just
Sorry,
gentle.
from the distance you hear coughing from Leon. Sorry.
Anyway, we can end scene. They come back to the tavern.
Cut. Send
Yeah,
print.
he
Print the
literally
move.
would have just let her back into town, just silently letting her do what she.
More hiccups because, dear God, is that a diaphragm workout?
So you guys head back to the inn. As you guys head in, you see no sign of Alec, or you also see no sign of Leon, of course, who Adelia you already knew retired for the evening, and you don't see Myra either. Are you guys just gonna retire for the evening? I'm sorry if I already said that.
Yeah, she's a little embarrassed. She's like, yeah, okay, good night, bye.
Adelia, there's no reason to worry. I'll keep your secret. There's no reason for you to be worried about me. I'll make sure that what we had tonight was private.
She just gives him a small smile and says thank you before running off.
Before Adelia comes into the room, I would have liked to count what I made tonight and take off and be in bed before she gets into the room, just so she can have like her own alone time.
Okay. You make $20 gold pieces.
Woo!
Does that
Okay.
include the 10 from us?
30 gold pieces.
Okay, I already put that one in, so sweet.
Kind of figured. Why I didn't include
Yeah.
it. All right, you all retire for the evening. You all may mark
Before before Leon actually goes to bed, gonna pull out his scroll. Is there anything on it?
Not yet.
Just thinks back to the moment when he woke up earlier in the day, thinking back to the memory he saw before finally to bed.
One mark off a long rest. Well done. Well done. Leon, you're fully healed. Now, Quellen, you're doing your 4 hours and then you had something you wanted to do, correct?
I would like to stealthily break into Leon's room.
All right. Leon, did you or did you not lock the door?
I would have locked it.
All right, I need you to make a thieves tools check to get in. I think you have thieves tools, yes? So
Yes.
dexterity with proficiency. Roll d20.
13 total.
13. This is that's enough. That is enough. These are just in locks. They're not like iron door locks or anything like that. So you are able to you almost are worried you're making too much noise as you move around, move the pick in there to get it unlocked, but you do finally get the so you know it's unlocked.
I would make my way over to, after closing the door behind me, I make my way over to the window and open it. Doing so quietly, obviously.
Yes. So make a stealth check with advantage because he's sleeping.
Do I get to try and make perception with disadvantage?
You do not because you are sleeping.
Well, thank goodness that's with advantage. The first one was a 2. The second one is 10 plus bonus, so 18.
18 will do it. So because you're sleeping, Leon, your passive perception is at play. So that's what he's trying to beat.
Ah.
And he does beat it with an 18. You would only roll a perception check if you were actively awake looking. So, you succeed. You are moving around silently. You open the window. What else?
All right, so I open the window and I would like to just fade away into the shadows of one of the corners as I control quills to fly into the window and perch upon the foot of Leon's bed. And I await the first sign of him awake.
All right, so Quills kind of flutters in, nice and silent as like an owl does. Lands quietly on the end of the bed, just kind of stares at Leon, waiting for whatever it is you have planned. Hours pass, the 8 hours pass. Sun's beginning to rise. Leon, we'll just go ahead and keep
Yeah,
going
no,
here.
Leon's an early riser.
As the sun is just about to crest over the horizon and shine those first morning rays onto the world, Leon, you begin to stir and prepare to awake, and you do notice this.
As I see Leon stirring, I cast message at Leon. And I simply, in my message, rise and shine, Leon. Rise and shine.
Hell, kind of get up with a start.
As he
Why
jerks
is
up,
what the? Is Quill still there? The hell is fucking
Yeah,
Quill's
Quills is sitting
bird
at the
doing
foot
in
of your
here?
bed.
As I kind of start shooing him away.
Quills stares at Leon defiantly.
Son of a...
I send another message at Leon, clearly in my voice. Leon, I've been thinking. I've been doing a lot of thinking. And I think it's time that I...
Hold on. What the hell are you doing in?
Can he see me? I'm trying to hide in the shadows.
you're
I hear
hidden, but in
like
order to cast a message is a verbal component, so you would have to speak to cast it again.
Yeah, I was just kind of whispering into his head. But that's fine. Doesn't matter.
Sorry. What the hell are you doing in?
So I walk out of the shadows. Leon, I've been thinking. I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I think it's time that I do something I should have done a long time ago.
Leon reaches for the sword, like kind of like passively reaches for the sword that's on his bed. All right,
Now,
and
there's no reason for that.
you ain't giving me a lot to work with here. You do understand what this looks like, right?
I do understand what this looks like, but listen. As I walk forward towards the bed a little bit, no weapons drawn or anything. I know that you and I have not seen eye to eye on most things, and frankly, I do not expect that to change much moving forward. But
By the way,
what
he
you
is
did,
shirtless.
yeah, not distracted because he's been watching you sleep for the past like 3 hours.
I know, but still,
Good
picturing
note.
the scene.
Yeah, good note. But what you did back there yesterday for Lady Myra, jumping in like that into the fray, that took either an overabundance of courage or a serious lack of intelligence.
You know, doing something like that takes a bit of both, I think.
Regardless, either way, you have proven yourself quite the formidable and, it pains me to say, trustworthy, he kind of spits the word, ally. So I would like to officially propose a détente, an easing of, shall we call it, our strained relationship.
What's Myra's last name? As he grips the sword at this point.
Myra's last name, as I heard it, was
Larkin.
that of a bird. Larkin.
Okay. 1. Still not sure it's entirely. 2. If it is you, I'm not opposed to the idea, but why? All of a sudden. Despite me proving myself.
Quills flourishes his wings and gives a bit of a hoot. You've seen this owl. I control this owl. This is my friend. You can be assured that I am who I say I am.
Alright, I remember seeing the bird on the battlefield quite often. But, I just. You see, this is just strange as all. You know, this could have been a conversation over the table.
I would prefer to have this conversation in private. I have a bit of a reputation to uphold.
Just knocking on the door is enough, man. Look,
Let's put it this way. I will have your back whenever violence erupts if you in turn would agree to have my back if I find myself getting into trouble as Myra did yesterday.
up until now, you haven't given me a reason not to. Despite our, little back and forths. I'd do the same for you, for Delia. Myra, all in a heartbeat.
Well, to be honest, until yesterday I saw you as nothing more than, well, frankly, a body to throw between myself and my enemies, but I see that you have proven yourself, and I would like for you to know that I trust you. And I would like to offer you this as a bit of a peace offering. And I pull the poison from my pack. And as I hand it to him, I would say, now, this is not for you to be drinking. I know that you are not of a magical background, but surely you are familiar with poisons.
I've had my run. Is that what this is?
This is quite a special poison, one of my own design. I created it just last night. I gather you probably noticed I was absent from the town.
You're absent a lot, so I don't pay it too.
True,
But,
true, fair enough. But this poison can be applied to your weapon. Make sure you don't cut yourself applying it, but when you apply it, it does a considerable amount of damage to whomever your enemy may be. And it just makes them less effective.
Well, not sure what it says to offer someone poison, a peace offer. Not sure if it's something specific this land, but it's you caught me a bit off guard is all. So forgive the stammer.
Oh, don't worry. I'll leave you to your morning exercises. And again, if I were offering this to you as anything other than a poison, perhaps that would be a reason not to trust me. But I tell you true, this is indeed a poison. Do not take it yourself. Do not confuse it with your healing potions. Apply it to your weapon, and it will destroy your enemies. And it shows that I trust you, because if you wanted, you could turn this on me. And I start making my way towards his door.
Like I said, don't worry. I don't mind turning my back on you. I know you wouldn't could.
As I open the door and start to make my way out. Oh, and Leon, just one more thing. And he turns around with the door slightly ajar. If you ever strike me again as you did a few days ago, you'd better make sure that you finish the job, after all. And he gives a wry smile. I know where you sleep. And he closes the door and walks out.
Jesus. You
Yeah,
suddenly
Leon's
haven't
just
got
kind of.
any freaking inspiration because you deserve it.
Yeah, no, Leon just kind of watches the door for a second. So much.
No, if you don't have inspiration, please take it. Both of you,
Is the bird still in the room?
including you, Adelia, as well.
Quills would have flown out the window as Quellen was making his way towards the door.
Wonder what that bird tastes
Be right back.
like. Yeah, no. In the early mornings though, Leon would go outside behind the inn, find kind of like a solo space, and he'll do his sword drills.
Okay, so you do your sword drills. Another hour or two passes as it gets to be more morning, and then we have Adelia and Myra. Are you two in the same room again tonight?
I thought we were. Unless
So,
Adelia didn't come in there.
She's just hiding under the covers.
I would like to roll over and give her a hug because she usually cuddles me, so I'm just cuddling her. Morning.
Disgruntled grumble.
I'm usually the one that makes that noise. Well, I'm gonna get up, I guess. Come down when you're ready.
Some
And
noise of affirmation.
I'll tickle her feet as I walk past with hand thing. What's it called?
Mage hand.
Mage hand. Mage hand.
You hear this slight magical sound, like a pop, like something pops into the air, Adelia, and then you feel like ha ha da, something tickling your foot.
She just kicks her feet a little bit, like what the hell?
Go away. So you head downstairs, Myra.
Yep.
Quellen and Leon, are you guys downstairs as well after doing your morning things?
Yeah, no, Leon would be downstairs.
I would have made my way downstairs after the interaction with Leon and tried to order some breakfast.
So
Just kind of see Leon giving Quellen a bit of a tense stare.
Kind of look.
Quellen just smiles and gives him a hearty nod.
Do I
Guys-
see this? Can I see what went if something's going on between them?
make a perception check.
I will note that Quellen seems oddly smiling and happy.
I got a 9.
A 9. So outside of what Quellen just said, where you can notice that he's noticeably happy today, you don't really suspect anything else on first inspection. But what you do see, Myra, as you're coming down, and Leon and Quellen, as you two are going to sit together, you see the druid, Alec. He kind of comes over and says good morning to you, Leon. Good morning, friend. Good to see you.
Morning, Alec. How you? Did you sleep well?
Oh yeah, I always sleep real good.
It's good. Good.
How about you? Did you have a good night?
Good night. Rude awakening.
Rude awakening. Who's this? I don't think I met your friend last night.
That would be Quillen over there with the smile on his face.
Quillen.
Hello there.
Hi. He holds out a hand. Shake your hand.
I offer him a hand.
Alec. Alec Alstead. Good to meet you.
Alec Alstead. Can't say I've heard that name around.
Yeah, no, we had the pleasant evening with him last night. Played a bit of cards, lost a bit of money, and just had ourselves a good drink, good laugh. He's a good guy.
So, Mr. Alstead, exactly how much money did we clear out from you?
About 12 gold pieces. Nothing crazy.
It wasn't the only one that lost neither. The girls cleaned me out. Well,
Now those
took me for a
girls,
run.
they did a lot. They got real lucky.
Yeah, well, beginner's luck maybe on Adelia's part.
Definitely. As at about this time we see Myra, you come down. You've seen Alec is talking to them, and you're heading down the stairs. Are you heading towards the table?
Yes. And good morning, Alex. Alex or Alec?
Alec. A-L-E.
Okay, A-L-E-C. So, good morning, Alec. I see you've met Quellen and Leon?
I've exchanged a couple of words. Say, Alec, what is it that brings you to this area? You seem to be staying at the inn, so are you just traveling?
I'm gonna cut Alec off and say he's looking for he's looking for a traveling group. He wants to be an adventurer. And I was actually gonna ask you guys, talk to you about this morning.
Oh, well, the lady has it right, Mr. Quellen. I'm just a traveling druid. I hail from an area near Boulder's Gate, where my druid grove is. Uh, just decided to do some traveling to hopefully meet some capable adventurers and some friends, and see if at some point they can help deal with the troubles that is Boulder's Gate.
What on earth is happening at Baldur's Gate?
What isn't happening at Boulder's Gate? Crime,
I can't say.
crime, corrupt politicians, shit management of the town, demons. There's a lot of problems.
Sounds like fun. What do you know about the area around here?
Leon, you have such a bizarre sense of fun.
That was sarcasm.
That was sarcasm as well.
Um, that being said, what again, like, what do you know about the parts around here? Are you fresh in, or have you been here for a bit?
I've been here for a little bit. I heard about issues with this town and the whole Red Brand situation, but by the time I arrived to town, I heard they'd been taken care of. And if I'm being honest, I had heard that it was your group. A little bit why I took an interest in trying to make it a point to sit down with you last night.
Ah, well, it was an interesting day for sure. I mean, we haven't really had a day to ourselves since the town,
Sounds like you
and
need
I don't
one.
think. Well, I mean, body at rest stays at rest. So no need to slow down now since we're on a bit of a roll. Speaking of, Mara, Quellen, what are we planning on today?
Well, a certain orchard tender offered us a bit of a nice reward for completing a task, and I would like to collect upon this reward. So I would like to head out towards the direction that the apple tender pointed us to.
DM,
And
can
he's
you map
speaking
that out
very
for us?
carefully, not to give any details away to this Alec guy that he doesn't know.
Did we have that mapped out?
Uh,
The location of the well?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
We should probably take care of the black spider first.
Shit.
Also, good morning.
Is Adelia there?
Super quiet, Adelia.
Jump as Adelia like comes up behind me.
Is Adelia there?
She comes sneaking up like always.
Because as soon as he hears her say black, he's gonna like immediately like kick the table really loud.
And that makes Myra jump again. Uh, um, good morning,
just
Adelia. Let me order you some food, and I'll go get us some food. I'll get the table food. Breakfast.
The morning,
Adelia,
Adelia.
the black spider doesn't seem to be going anywhere. We can deal with him, her, it on our own time. Right
Leon
now,
just kind of
I'm
like
interested
hisses
in
a
this
little bit to
reward.
himself, like, all right, it's out in the open.
Alec is kind of raising an eyebrow. Black spider. Well, it sounds like you guys are into something interesting.
No use keeping it a secret. There's a menace around. This black spider seems to be working towards nefarious goals in this area. Seems to have some connection to the Red Brands, some connection to this goblin tribe that we've been running into. So Adelia, our friend here, seems to be wanting to take care of this menace as soon as possible. I feel like we need to bide our time and gather more information first, though.
And until then, ain't nothing we can do about it anyways. So,
Man, definitely sounds like you guys are into something interesting. Feels very Baldur's Gate-ish. What
keep
with
throwing.
mysterious person running things behind the scene. That's how it feels at Baldur's Gate. Any of you ever been there?
I'm kind of fresh to the Sold Coast myself.
Oh,
So
I passed by in my youth, around the age of 70 or so, but it was just
Have I been to Boulder's Gate? I don't know if I have.
I would say you have not yet managed to experience it.
Okay. I come back. I've never been to Boulder's Gate either.
Well, I'll tell you this: it's a shithole.
well, you speak so highly of it. Uh, either way, what say you then, McQuillan? Do you want to go out and take care of this well today?
And while we do that, we can also get that, what the luck lady wanted.
Isn't that in the other direction?
No, I believe it was just this. It's in the same direction. Am I wrong? I pull up my map.
It's in the same direction, but a little bit further. Let's take you guys map. You know that Agatha area is up near the town of Canterbury, whereas the Old Owl Well.
oh, it's not on our map yet. I assume we would have asked somebody.
I thought he did tell us.
I know, I'm working on it. There you go. You know that Old Owl Well is up near Wyvern Tor, up in the mountain areas there, just east of the Tribor Trail.
We could hit two birds with one stone, or one trip, really, and go to the Old Owl Well first, and then Agatha's lair, and then travel back, or Agatha's lair first, and then Old Owl's Well. But that's kind of a distance. What do you think that would be, like a 2 days travel?
Wyvern Lord, that's where the orcs are, right?
Yes, that quest you have accepted is also where the orcs are.
And yeah, no, Leon will point that out. There's also that orc issue up there too. We're wanting to put some time into that as well.
As well? Did
Oh.
someone say well? I keep thinking I'm hearing the word well over and over.
No,
Well,
not what I
well,
said.
well. We should go to the well.
no, I mean like we got everything up there, right there in the north, the northwest. So Meanwhile, we're up there, might as well take a look at this oak issue. It's right there by the Waving Law, so we can start at the. Once we finally get over to this, what was it, Connieberry? We go to Agatha's lair, take care of that, and then head into the mountains the day after.
I stare pointedly at Alec as we were having this conversation, and he hasn't really said anything in a while. I'm sorry, Mr. Olstead. Did you need anything?
No, but if you guys are looking for some assistance, I'd love to join you.
We're going
Yeah.
to need to discuss that privately alone for a moment, if you would.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my bad. Don't mean to impose there. I'll just mosey my way on over to the bar. Looks a little awkward, like, ah, shit, duh, of course they need to talk about it.
And under my
We'll be
breath,
sure to chat with you.
presumptuous much?
I'm gonna.
You're gonna
You're
what?
gonna cut out?
Sorry. I'm gonna kick him with my foot and say, "Be nice." Well, but you are right. We probably should discuss that. What do we think? We can ask him over again, and I can do my mind trick and see if he only has good intentions towards us.
No, that's what I'm thinking. Like, one, ain't no need for us to be saying fucking Black Spider's name out loud. Looking at Quellen. But since that's
Black
already out in
Spider's
the
a known
open,
menace. No need hiding it.
and no need to be sticking saying we know who that name is and that we're actually interested in looking into it. Never mind. That being said, we
Point
can use
taken,
these.
Leon.
We can use these next little jobs that we're planning on doing to vet him, make sure he's good, make sure he ain't someone who is keeping an eye on us.
The best spies always help the enemy, but I will point out one thing that I'm not sure that any of you know yet. When I seeked help from Lenine regarding this upgraded armor that I have, she said that she had some armor, but it was in quite a state of disrepair. And she mentioned that a figure matching the description of this Alec came into the shop and offered to help for free, which is why I don this armor that you see before you, this glorious studded leather. So if this is indeed the same person, seems that he has a bit of a leg up in my book, but who's to say that he's not a drow in disguise, or a
No, that's
not drow in disguise?
that's all I'm thinking at the very most. I mean, like, I don't get a bad feeling from him, but you never know. As you keep saying out loud, I ain't the brightest. But that being said, like, if we're planning on taking on the Black Spider or taking on this Wave Echo Cave, more numbers mean better chance of success. Thing with us going to Cragmaw, had an extra guy that helped us out a lot. So let's, as a little side project on all of these extra things, if we all intend to join it, keep an eye on it.
I'll say one last thing and I'll leave it at that. If we're going to allow this person to accompany us, we should make no mention of that lost mine. And we definitely should not go there. The rest
That's
I
what I'm
leave up to
thinking,
you.
exactly.
I defer to you, Lady Myra. You have my proxy vote.
What he said.
Well, let's ask him over here and ask him a few interview questions, shall we? Even though I did ask him some last night.
Well,
So,
just some
Alec,
final
how
one.
many windows are in New York City? Not really.
Sorry, what is this, New York City? You guys call over Alec.
And as he sits down, I'm going to say, "So, Alec,
Yeah.
what are your intentions for our group? And I'm going to cast read minds.
Detect thoughts.
Detect thoughts, whatever. Yeah, detect thoughts.
So I'm gonna give you just an opportunity here. There's a verbal component to this spell. So when
I'm
are you casting
oh,
it?
I'm gonna okay. So when when Quellen says, "Hey, come come," like asks his question, I'm gonna cast it in the midst of that, like little under my breath encounter.
Okay. So you kind of begin that casting. You say, Alec, over here, and then as you kind of like talk like you're gonna talk to Daly or something, you cast the spell, the verbal and the somatic components of it, and not seen to anyone else, but seen to you. You see that magic kind of like a pink cloud over his head, and then you start to hear his voice inside of your head, but his mouth is not moving. Um, and all that you initially hear is that I really hope they let me join. I did fix that armor for him and hopes to gain a little favor. I'm really trying to find a great adventure to be in.
I'm gonna say, so Alec, you come from Boulder's Gate, and you do you know of any? Oh my gosh, I don't know any questions. I trust him. Um, what do you think of the color blue?
Happens to be one of my favorite colors.
Oh, really? It's a nice one. Is that what he thinks in his mind?
He thinks that's an odd question.
And
Yeah, Leon does kind of give a stare at Myra, like, the hell?
Ah, a fan of the sea?
Not particularly the sea. Being a druid, I've always been more akin to the forests and the woodland creatures that roam there, or lie there.
How familiar are you with the Neverwinter Wood up
Neverwinter Wood, I'm afraid I'm not that familiar with it. I know it's one of the biggest forests to the north, but I've not had the pleasure of exploring it.
And what forest is it that you are familiar with?
Hold, please.
The whole time I'm just buying time for Myra to try to think of better questions.
DM's trying to figure out his own backstory. Hold on.
Shut up.
Look at him. He doesn't even know his own backstory.
he's made this character. He's doing the
No,
whole story.
no,
Oh,
I'm
man.
just joking. I'm
It's
pulling an
so
Austin Powers
shady.
reference. If you're catching it, look at
Oh,
you. You don't even have a name tag. You just. Do you know how many nameless adventure or nameless? I can't even think of it right now.
I come
How many
from
nameless henchmen I've killed. Just lay down and die right now.
right.
All
I
right.
love that.
Wow, he's
Fucking love
good.
that. No, he's good. No, but in all seriousness, I did plan on introducing this guy, just not yet. I was fleshing everything out, but it's all good. You just gotta give me a minute. And I know you're just giving me a hard time. But anyway, I come from the Cloakwood. That's where my grove stands. Lives. It's a patch of woods that's fairly close to the sea between Boulder's Gate and Candlekeep.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
I would also ask him.
You
He heard.
you
Oh,
would have
sorry.
heard within his head, Myra alone that okay, can you see like images or do you just hear thoughts? Just hear thoughts.
I think I just hear
You
thoughts.
learn the
I don't know. Deeper target insight reasoning.
it's only thoughts, surface thoughts of the
Okay.
creature. You see kind of some thoughts that come to the surface of um, past conversation. Um, can't really make out what the whole conversation was, but like past conversations with a man who seemed to be a little older and dressed a little more uh, like he was more of a older druid. Just these like brief passing conversations, nothing serious. Um, see,
Um,
but that's it. That's all. I guess that's an initial thought. The spell's difficult to work with.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask him. So you heard the name Black Spider under my breath. What does that name bring up to you?
First insight check.
14, 1-4.
1-4. From what you can tell, he's sincere.
Yeah, after that, or Liam would kind of like shake his head at the black spider out loud again. But um, why leave your home? Just like you said before last night, just looking for adventure, or is there more of a reason?
Well, not sure. Kind of hesitates.
I mean, you don't have to say nothing. It's just curious
Much,
is all. I mean, like
much like
I
you
could,
all asking me these questions to ensure I am safe, to trust. I
yeah.
would like to wait before telling you entirely why I'm on an adventure, but I want you to know you can trust that part of the reason I'm out here is because I am looking for adventure. And Myra, this resonates with the fact that of the initial thoughts he had heard when you cast your spell that he's for an adventure,
Okay.
looking to
And
gain experience, wisdom, and for a reason that he did not yet think on a surface thought.
okay, and when I said Black Spider, what came to his mind?
Nothing.
Okay. Any other questions you guys have?
Nah, I think I'm
Your
good.
spell kind of ends.
Yep. And he knows that I read his mind.
Is he aware? I thought it was only if you dive deeper that they know.
Oh, um, once you detect. Oh wait, no, hang on. Either way, the target knows you are probing into its mind, and unless you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts, the creature can use its action to turn on its turn to make an intelligence check to
Well, damn, I could have played that so much better than had I known that he knows no matter what. Either way, your spell ends. He just kind of looks at you. He just winks.
and I'm just gonna smile and drink my orange juice if it's come by.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's come by now. You guys got food and drink and everything as this is happening.
Well, I will tell you guys that I trust him, and I say, sure. We could always use another person.
I already gave you my proxy vote, so that's 2 for yes.
And whatever you say, Myra, I think I'm okay with it.
And what about you, Adelia?
She's just like, right as she took a bite, she just kind of like nods.
Adelia's like, yeah, he's one of my people.
Yeah, well, in that case, Alec, welcome to this interesting band of Crusaders.
On a trial basis.
Understandable. I appreciate you giving me this opportunity. I look forward to getting to know you all and show you just how useful I can be.
Forward to it. In that case, I'll go ahead, make a note over to the orchard and talk to our friends, see if I can't get us some horses then. Uh, well, yeah, are we okay with just 3 again?
I think so.
All right then. I'll
How did you find yourself? How did you travel here, Alec?
Mostly on foot. My druidic abilities do give me the occasional opportunity to transform into other animals, as you're probably aware. That
Hmm.
makes it a little easier, but still.
wait. What?
Oh, ignore. He doesn't know anything about magic, so you're gonna have to explain everything to him.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. All
Yeah,
right.
no, I'm confused. What's going on?
Just let it happen as it happens. He'll figure it out as we go. He's done
Just
well enough so far.
yes. Just leave him in the dark. He'll figure it out.
Yeah, appreciate the sentiment, Myra. I'm gonna go get us the horses. as he kind of walks off.
Alec kind of finishes up some food. Just kind of says, "So when do we leave?"
I would say as soon as Leon comes back with the horses, we'll make our way out towards um, either Old Alwell or Connieberry to deal with this banshee.
We probably should decide now. I say to Connieberry.
Well, Connieberry is kind of between the two. How about we go to the to the well, and we'll swing northwards, making our way back in a bit of a counterclockwise loop. I'm a fan of counterclockwise.
So no one's gonna say anything about the orcs.
We'll get to it if we get to it. You know?
All right. Well,
Well,
Yeah, Quellen's just completely interested in this out of character 600 gold. He's not mentioning anything about the reward. He's just saying, let's head that way and make sure we deal with.
yeah, no. While Leon goes to the orchard, he makes a pit stop over at the Luck Shrine, and he's going to pull out 20 coins. But what he's going to do is he's going to flip individually, and anyone that lands on heads, he's going to put on the altar. So, I don't know, roll a d. What you get?
Yeah. And this is in the shrine.
Yeah, at the shrine.
Don't forget the prayer I taught you.
I'm half expecting him to say a natural.
Oh, I meant you thought you were rolling. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was waiting on you to roll.
Oh, I apologize. Then run it by me again.
Yeah, no, like I said, just rolling 20 coins and whatever, basically whatever you roll, he'll put on the altar.
14.
So he'll put on 14 gold pieces on the altar, and he'll just kind of like look up. Is there like a symbol on it, or is it like a statue?
It's just a statue.
He'll kind of look up at it as he pulls out his good luck charm, his worn down dagger. He kind of goes, "Well, seems like today was your lucky day then. 14 out of 20, ain't bad. If if there's any, point to this, keep an eye on it. A lot of things can go wrong." He just kind of like gives it a nod as he puts his dagger away, and then makes his way up to the orchard.
All right. She kind of thanks you. Gives you a little curtsy. Make your way up.
His head and gives her a smile. Um, I'll go ahead and just do it for the sake of time. He goes ahead and readies the 200 gold for the two horses, and lets him know that we're heading up to the well right now or today. We'll get that taken care of as.
Very well. Well, go ahead and use the horses. No need for a deposit on this since you're doing the job I've asked you to do. Just don't let them die.
Yeah, well, I'm a man of my word, and if anything does happen to them, I'll make sure you're compensated.
Thank you.
Don't worry about that at the very least.
All the way to get there?
Yeah, just up the trail, right? Up north.
Up the trail until you see the mountain. Then you gotta head into the mountains. Probably gonna be
Yeah,
a
no.
good
good little bit, I guess. And that's what the horses are for. Either way, thank you again, and we'll be back as soon as we can so that you get your horses back. And then I'll go ahead and take the horses, mine included, and we'll head on back to the inn with the horses in tow.
Okay. Give me just a moment. I apologize.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how long it's going to take you guys to get. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Um. Okay. So you head back to pick up the rest of the gang.
Yep.
All right. Head back. You guys.
On the way back, I probably would go to the general store real quick to get some supplies. Just general kind of like rations and no uh food for or no, would we still have the what I purchased the day before? 2 days before?
Yeah, you purchased enough. You still have a few days worth of supplies left.
All right. So it's never mind. We're set. So for emergency for the horses if they don't have anything to graze and ration.
Yep. You're buying more, or you're good with what you have.
I'm good with what we have.
Okay. I was just clarifying. Sorry. All right. So you head back. Are you guys done eating and everything and heading out?
Yep, I think we're ready.
Leon trots up as he has the other two horses kind of like on the reins behind him. He's like, "Well, whenever you all are ready, um, how are we gonna how are we gonna separate this now that we have Alec with us? Same as before."
Alec, you know how to ride, correct?
I do. Yes.
All right, I'll get up on the back of, in front of Leon because he has so many swords on his back. And Adelia, Quellen, are you two okay to ride together?
I look at Adelia.
Gears are turning in her mind, but she eventually nods.
I would offer a hand to help her up.
So gentlemanly, but she takes it.
Guys can boost up. Alec, he gets up, throws his leg over, and gets comfortable in the saddle. See that he's got his quarterstaff on his back, long sword hanging on his left side. He's wearing kind of like these browner pants with boots. He's got this leather armor on. Again, uh, long long shaggy hair pulled into a ponytail. Not a man bun. Ponytail. Not a man bun. Just clarifying. He looks smile on his face. He's ready for an adventure. Whenever you guys are ready, I'll follow.
All right then, Alec. Do your best to keep up. We travel fast.
Quills is going to be out about 70 feet in front, 40 feet up, just scouting, looking for any humanoids for pinging.
As Quills kind of flies by you and goes up, Alec kind of is like, ah, that is a gorgeous owl. Is that yours?
Hands off. It's mine.
Sorry, didn't mean. Not what I was going with it. Just an observation, a
Yeah,
beautiful creature.
Don't worry about Quellen. He grows on you. And yeah, Leon will go ahead and start leading the way.
Don't touch my stuff. No, not really.
Adelia's gonna give him a light whack on the shoulder.
All right. Yeah, yeah. Guys, guys take off, head out the north part of town, and hit the trail to get over to the Tribord Trail. And it's there. We're gonna end the night there. Have about a half hour usually, but 10:30. So take this opportunity to get to bed a little earlier, and also give me time to prepare.
Can we retcon one?
Can we what?
Would by any chance Leon had seen Sildar out and about taking care of any errands in the morning when he was getting the horses?
No, no, you guys. He
Nope.
didn't come towards that area of town, from what you could see.
Okay, never mind. All right.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Yeah, made it back to town.
Clay.
You guys got Sildar and Gundren doing their thing, being safe. Met a new friend. Yes, I wrote myself into the story. Leave me alone. Yeah. Well, there you guys go.
We are gonna judge the shit out of him for the next foreseeable future.
Yeah, I have no, not even surprised. But I have my reasons for writing this character into the story, so
Well, yeah, one you want to play, dude, and that's fine.
well, that's not the only. There's uh, there's narrative reasons why I've added him.
Sounds like a lead in towards Baldur's Gate.
I've actually given you guys.
No,
I've
no, it wouldn't be Baldur's Gate. Why would it be Baldur's Gate?
No, we're gonna be headed back to Waterdeep next.
Yeah, definitely Waterdeep.
Guys, I've actually left a couple of options open for the next route after you're done handling the Wave Out Cave. You may not have picked up on all of them. You've definitely picked up on one, but
The town with the dude was red something.
Red Lark.
All right.
Yeah, it's Red Lark was the other town that I mentioned.
So also, definitely while we were in town, at some point, I definitely should have, but didn't. Totally forgot about it. Use my criminal contact to try to locate an actual double-bladed scimitar.
Yes.
I guess I'll have to do it.
You will have opportunities to do that, but you do have Lenine working on something for you. So at least you're doing something, which is good. But yeah, you did forget about that.
All right. Good deal. Good deal. You know, it's funny. I have a friend who's starting up a new campaign for Saturdays and whatnot. It's gonna be Mines of Phandelver.
Is it really?
Yeah, no, I already told him. It's like, hey, I'm kind of in the middle of it, and we're kind of far ahead.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, no, that's fine, because I'm not a. I try my best not to be a power player. The only time I ever really do is whenever we're in combat.
Try to be a power player when you're in combat?
No. That's when I have the hardest time not being a power player. Like I try and avoid making decisions that I would do, not the character would do. You know?
Oh, that you would do as an individual. Yeah. Trying to make sure you keep the player and the character separate.
Yeah, that's difficult, especially in combat for me. In RP, that's easy. Either way, I'm looking forward to it. So, no, I don't have to worry.
I got things to set up. So it's going to be about a 2.5-day journey, by the way, for you guys to get to Old Owl. Well, so
A lot of chances for things to
It'll-
go bump.
it'll take some time.
Are we playing next week?
Yes, next week is Halloween. I don't particularly have any Halloween plans. But I think some of you were gonna do like candy and stuff like that, which is totally fine. We can always take a break, take a week break.
Yeah, I mean a Halloween thing. Like if we did work, or if we were gonna play Halloween, I do work Halloween, and I can't guarantee I'll be in session on time if we do start normal time.
Okay. Well, let's bypass next week and we will come back on the 7th.
That sounds good.
Is everyone okay with that?
Did you want to potentially try it for another day?
Does any other day work for anybody?
Right now, I'm on a fixed tour till January, so I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good too.
If I could pretty much do any day, just depending on what my work schedule is that day. I might be late.
I can't do Friday. I'm going down to Chicago. Can't do Friday.
How about
I could do Tuesday night.
Tuesday's fine with me.
Me too.
like I said, I'll probably be late, but I can make it.
And you've been late before and we've made it work. So if you're okay with it, let's.
Wow, that makes me feel so good,
That's
Kier.
not how I'm. That's not what I mean. Come on now.
I know. But yeah, no, we can do next Tuesday.
All right. Well, let's do next Tuesday then, so we still have a session, especially since you guys are finally doing fucking side quests.
Hey, it's not our fault that it kind of was time. It felt time sensitive.
I know, right? This adventure feels super time sensitive. Like
Like it feels like we should
here's
be
all these side quests, but there's this really big important thing you're trying to work on.
like
By
it
the
almost
way,
sounds
the guy
like
that
if we
hired
did
you
the
is being
side
kidnapped.
quests, Gundren would be dead.
And it's only been like 2 days. So even though it's taken us 12 sessions, we're doing pretty good.
Oh no, it's been several days. It's not been 2 days.
Oh, has it?
Oh, you guys have been. It's probably been at least a month of.
Yeah, it took
gameplay?
us.
A
It took us
month?
two.
At
No, it took us
least.
2 days to get to Phandelver. That included saving Sildar. No, 3 days. It was 3 days to save Sildar because of the
Took
traveling back
about
and forth.
like 10 day or so.
Yeah, I think we're at a 10-day.
It's been longer than a 10 day. I'd say given everything and yeah, I'd say maybe 10 days, so 2 weeks. Which, when you start to think about the time that's passed in game, it doesn't seem like you guys have been doing much or that you've been there very long. But yeah, I guess if we're sticking to that, yeah, you guys have probably been there about two full weeks.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Awesome. Well, okay.
Y'all done a lot in 2 weeks. Holy shit.
We have. It's still. We've done a lot.
We are hella efficient.
Have to figure out
Yep.
better ways for time passage.
We tends not to fuck around.
Nope.
That's fair. You guys don't do too much where I'm like, well, a whole day's passed.
We do role play a lot, which I
do.
like.
Which is what helps make time pass.
Yeah.
Yep.
But,
That's why we're on. That's why we're on quote unquote episode 12.
In my last group, we were just like battle, battle, battle.
Well, I feel like
Like-
you guys do a great job of role playing and battle. Like I try to if I feel like we've role played a few too many sessions, I'll be like, we need to have a battle.
Yeah.
But not every
No, that's,
battle has to be a battle either. You guys are pretty good about trying to, especially Quellen, trying to stop
I
battle.
disguise myself as glass staff.
So I give you guys props for that. But sometimes
Oh my God,
battle just is battle.
Mm-hmm. Got to be smart about it. You don't always get the lucky breaks too. Sometimes you get hit by overpowered fucking hobgoblins.
Yes,
Yes, you do.
indeed. Indeed.
It happens sometimes.
At least now you got some crazy poison to apply to your weapon there.
Oh, that's gonna help me out a lot.
Yeah, certainly.
Like,
Yeah, if you needed a reminder on what it does, I got it all written down.
oh, I remember what it does. It's 5 strikes. If I put it on within 4 hours, it still applies. Yeah, and it's a 2d6 extra psychic damage.
2d6, and they must save at a Constitution save of DC 16 or be poisoned in addition to the 2d6.
Which gives them disadvantage on attacks while they're still poisoned.
Yep, so if you find yourself surrounded by hobgoblins, just slip on some poison and start going to town.
Oh, don't worry. I have so many plans for that poison right now. I don't know when I'm gonna use it, but I have this like list of who's the most important to use it, and whichever we run into first, I will use it on them,
Quellen
depending on the
regrets
situation.
everything.
Don't worry, Quellen's very low on that list.
It's good to know that he's still on the list, though.
Well, because he snuck into his room and sat there like Edward Cullen.
Yeah,
He was
no,
going for the
that's
whole paranormal activity thing.
Uh-huh.
that's kind of the whole way he reacted. It was just kind of like, you fucking creeper, dude. You could have just like, we could have been in the middle of the day, we could have been traveling. You could just pulled me aside and been like, "Hey, bro, let's be bros."
Listen,
No,
bro.
That's
you have
not
to
how.
be you
Not
have
how
to
Quillen
be
works.
there like sending me freaking messages in my sleep when I'm in the middle of my room where I should be. This fucking bird there.
That's just how Quellen operates. It works very well. It was funny though.
Yeah, no, if he had made one noise trying to get into my freaking door and I had noticed that with my passive perception, Quellen would have been hurt.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the session as always.
Oh yeah, no, that
very
was
good,
fun.
very good.
Always good meeting people. We will reconvene on Tuesday night, and
Yep.
I will talk to you guys then. I'm gonna be working on setting up some stuff because things are gonna be happening. I gotta set up Old Owl, have a map and everything, and the module itself does not come with a map. I actually spent some time a couple weeks ago getting a map all set up and everything, so you guys will like that. It'll be a good
Yo,
time.
like a boss.
And
Yeah,
then,
like a DM.
of
Hmm.
Like a
course, I
DM.
have to figure out how to make it challenging for you because now that you have another fifth player and you all are too strong by yourselves anyway, can't make it too easy for you.
Hey, I would like to just point out that I protested.
What did you protest?
It was only meekly, but I protested having another person join.
That's fair. That's fair. No, but you guys did
Yeah,
good.
Leon's very wary, especially if he's gonna start transforming. He's gonna be like,
Oh, I can't
"Isn't
wait
it
to see how Leon's
shifters?"
gonna act the moment he transforms.
Oh man, it's so hard to play that. You guys don't understand.
To play
I
someone
really
not
shouldn't
knowing.
have. Yeah, to play someone who doesn't know about